Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Storm King's Thunder right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful dungeon master for the evening. Before we get started with episode 99 of this crazy chaos, we're going to get a couple quick shout-outs out to some of our supporters and sponsors. We want to thank Twitch, Streamlabs, Team MZ, Many-Sided Dice, and our friends at Little Dragon Corp for all of their support. If you type in, exclamation point Little Dragon, it looks like we got about 4 or 5 of them in the chat now. Way to go, guys. That's great. We've got some quick links. We got some quick links to Little Dragon Corp's storefront where you can purchase some really cool RPG dice and other RPG related gear. You can use the coupon code BONUS during your checkout to get 10% off of your order. Are there any other announcements that we need to get going here before we begin tonight? Anybody?
I saw a lip and I got a tattoo.
All right.
The tattoo's pretty.
There's Christy's tattoo.
Hell
It's beautiful.
yeah. It's like cute.
I saw it on Facebook. It was so pretty.
That's cool. That was really cool. They were up there for what, like a whole week?
4 days.
4 days. Cool,
4 days.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
We had a lot of fun.
that's awesome. Yeah, Lip, who played in Waterdeep Dragon Heist and also plays in Shadowrun on our first Friday stream of every month.
Yep.
Christy had him visit, so that was kind of cool.
He came up to Canada.
Awesome. Anybody else? Anything we need to get out in the open before we dive into tonight?
Chicken nuggies.
Chicken nuggies.
That's it.
Hey, Wendy's.
That's
I know
it.
Wendy's.
just really
Wendy's did
hungry.
come up with a D&D adventure. They actually had.
That's right.
Remember Wendy's came out because they did like a special episode of it on Critical Role one night where they ran the Wendy's
That was
adventure module.
Sam's a genius.
I don't remember that at all.
Wendy's, I just want to say I eat your food every night.
Sponsor me.
Sponsorships are available, Wendy's.
Do I have time to go and get something? Okay, I'll be back.
So, there's not much of a recap for tonight, folks. Our group gathered together with some of their closest friends and companions from all around Faerun, some of the most heroic individuals that they've met over the course of these 99 episodes of Storm King's Thunder. They met Sal.
Friends my ass.
Friends. Some friends. You joined together and decided that you were going to go to the lair of this ancient blue dragon known as Iamrith, the Doom of the Desert, and put an end to this nonsense of this treachery. She's trying to sow discord throughout all of the giants of all the north here in Toril. You guys made your way to the lair, all of a sudden realizing that there was an army awaiting you, an army of gargoyles, as they basically began to immediately swarm towards you guys as you approached. Clarion was hit with a massive harpoon that seemed to zap electrical energy into him. He looked like he was rendered almost helpless at the point where he was falling to the ground, but you guys helped him get to the ground safely. Severely injured, he pushed all of you on into the pit in the center of this ruined amphitheater, where you've got your first encounter. Well, not your first, because you've encountered her before, a long ways back at the Eye of the Allfather. But the beginning of the final encounter, you've made your way into her lair, seeing that she had some snake-like individuals in this room, and she animated the statue that they were worshipping in front of, and it also began to attack.
Not like in the statue.
The statue is getting very close to Ashlyn right now.
Yeah.
Ashlyn and Diana have quaffed their giant-sized potions, are now standing at 25 foot tall as King Hecaton himself. As they made their way into the battle, things got intense, and now that you guys are here, once again. And we are starting on the third round of this combat. The very beginning. King Hecaton puts away his massive ballista, which is basically his crossbow, and looks towards Iamrith. This is where this ends. And he unsheathes his massive greatsword and charges towards her. And he's going to charge up next to her in this position, and he's going to make 2 attacks with his greatsword. And here comes the first. Come on, roll 20. There we go. That will hit. And the second will also hit.
Nice.
As he gouges into the flesh. You can see as King Hecaton approaches, Iamrith goes to stick up her arm, and you notice, if you've ever seen, I guess this is the best way I can describe it. Have you ever seen The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? The evil, like, ice queen in that movie?
Yeah.
How she has, like, an elegant dress on, like, the first time you meet her. And then when she's going into battle, she's wearing, like, you can see that she's wearing, like, this battle, and she has, like, bracers on and things like that. That's what Iamrith looks like in her giant form now. She's more, like, armored up, and looks like she's got, like, kind of like a battle dress on as King Hecaton approaches. She goes to put her arms up on these massive bracers, but he just gouges through, finds a sweet spot behind her back and gouges into her. That is a lot of damage. 33 and 24 points of damage. Gouge in. Let me check something. One thing, though. Oh, interesting. Okay. That brings us up to the lair action. Which, Lachlan,
Yeah.
you notice
Yeah.
all of a sudden a bright flash of blue light about 60 feet above your head. And all of a sudden, as you look up, there's cracks in the roof, and the rocks begin to let loose, and you can see a torrent of sand just falling behind it. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
All right. Dexterity, and I can see this, which I think means. Oh wait.
Danger sense? Do you have danger sense? No.
I have
or do you have something that'll give you
right?
advantage on this?
Evasion when subject to.
Dex saves, yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. Cool. Then I am going to go ahead and roll this.
I think evasion is more for like a area
Oh
effect.
no!
Wow,
Oh.
I am surprised by
Me
this.
too.
You and me both.
I am surprised by this.
Well, that's a thing.
Let me double check the damage on this.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh, great.
I didn't even have it up because I'm like, oh, he's gonna
200 damage.
Lachlan, does your you have that thing that treats anything under a 10 as a 10? Does that apply to saving throws or no?
It's an ability check.
Ability.
Probably
Yeah.
not, but
Ability
that was a
check.
good.
Okay.
Was it
luck?
Damage
Upon a
isn't
luck?
too bad. You're going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, as basically the ceiling collapses in on top of you. Here's the worst part of this, though, is you are now buried under sand and rubble. You are.
That's a condition?
You are considered.
Buried?
You are considered restrained, and
no.
prone, and you are starting to suffocate.
Okay. Okay. This is okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
Sand just pours
I've
into your
got
mouth.
no idea.
Oh my god.
Well, you guys probably would have heard, and then.
yeah.
Yeah, but I have no
damage.
visibility. I'm standing on the other side of a pillar.
You are,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
8 damage, but I think I reduced to 4 because of my evasion. If I am
Yeah,
understanding
you only take 4, yeah. Yep.
Cool. I'm down to max hit points.
Okay.
Wow.
Air Elemental.
Yeah.
Ow.
He's gonna. Yeah, because he's right up by her face, so he's just gonna hit her twice.
Okay. Like a punching bag, you know.
2.
Nice.
Whoa, that first one will hit. The second one, unfortunately, does not hit.
That's okay. Oh, wait. I think they're still at disadvantage.
The air elementals are? Or the air elementals?
Yeah, because he's blinded, right?
Oh, yeah, that one air elemental is. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
so he didn't hit.
he will not hit. None of those shots will make the mark. You can make that saving throw for your air elemental.
What's the save?
Constitution.
Okay. Oh, not very good at con. Nope.
Still blind. Gosh.
Okay.
Blindness is killer. Is he gonna
No,
stay
blindness
put?
is killer. Yeah, because he's just hovering by her face at this point.
Okay. Got it. Diana,
Can't move.
you're still blind, but you're
Hello.
giant and blind. And you can
Hello.
you can feel like you're getting peppered with a bunch of little arrows.
Would it be possible to hold my action and still do the con save for the blindness, or is that like not allowed because it's supposed to be at the end of my turn, so I need to take my turn?
That's a good question. Yeah, it would be the end of your turn.
Okay.
But when you hold an action, you can hold it based on a condition, can't you, or a trigger?
I could, but
Interesting.
then again, what could I, as a
Really?
blinded
What?
person,
I guess
really know?
she technically could hold it until the trigger is when she can see.
When I can see Iamrith, I will make an attack with my mace. Oh man, that's
That sounds so
that's
iffy.
tricky.
That's
That is
really
tricky.
cheaty. I think I'll just-
Zoss just found a flaw in the ruling here. I think she might have just found something.
Well, here's the catch. That's a great concept, but if you don't fail to save,
Yeah,
I mean,
Then
If you
you
fail to save,
then
then
you
it's
fail
just your
your
action
you're gonna lose your action for this turn, so you
Yeah.
wouldn't even get to make an attack
Okay.
at disadvantage.
it would be a risk.
Yeah, it would be
it's
a
a
risk.
risk reward. It's,
Risk
it's,
big,
forward.
win big.
Yep, it's up to you. I would allow
You
it.
just need to-
I would allow it because by rule, I think that would be okay because by the rules, yes, you can do that.
That's so backward. That's so funny. Let me see if there are. Let me see if I have any spells that are based on.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing about spells is most of them rely on sight.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate thing.
Okay, who is within 30 feet of me? Is it just Ashlyn and
I don't even
Hecaton
think
I don't
and,
even think
and Callista?
Ashland's
I'm
out of
40.
your range. Mulfin's out
I'm
of your
out of her
range.
range.
It looks like Callista's air elemental form, the other air
And my
elemental,
air elemental,
and Hecaton are the only three within 30 feet of you of your
Okay.
allies.
My wraith is in range.
Oh, the Wraith, excuse me.
Where's your wraith?
It's
Oh, it's
in
underneath
the-
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember, I
Okay.
had to move Iamrith a little bit because there's just way too many tokens in one
Girls.
space over there.
There we go.
Let me see.
Sorry, I was covering your wraith. My bad.
And then Lachlan's all. Okay. And Lachlan is currently. Can he dig himself out?
Who?
You might
Lachlan.
Well,
Ye-
he's
We'll find out.
You hope.
No. Because I was gonna do Beacon of Hope, but maybe. Oh, this is so hard. I don't have any good spells that are non-sight.
Yeah, that's rough.
It is pretty rough.
That's rough, buddy.
Oh, damn! End of the line boss battle here.
Yeah. Really frustrating.
I swing wildly with my mace.
Okay, who are you swinging at?
The evil lady.
Evil lady, you got it. Go ahead and make your
Evil
attack with
lady.
disadvantage because you're blind.
I know. I got.
Oh yeah. Hey, Quintuna, thank you for the sub. We
Hey.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Whoa!
That was an awesome.
Did I
roll.
hit?
Whoa!
You hit.
Diana,
Yes.
you just hit with disadvantage.
Thank
Wow,
God.
just hit.
You
Would-
just hit.
Can I spend 2 charges? Can I do that, or should I have called that
Yeah,
before?
no, you can, when you hit a creature, that's when you can
After
say
you hit a
after you
creature,
could.
yeah.
It's kind of like a divine smite kind of thing that the
Nice.
paladins have. Yeah.
Nice. I will expend 2 charges to do an additional 2d6 radiant damage, and if she can pass a DC 12 wisdom saving, then make her afraid of me.
Okay. She's gonna make a wisdom saving throw. Basically, I think she can pass this with rolling a 0. So a 13.
Ah!
That was
That's
close.
close.
That was close.
Oh well. Oh well. Alrighty.
Can you,
well, and then
if you click on your
Go.
magic mace right over there, you should be able to. It should roll your damage for you. Wow, that's a
and then
very
I gotta do the 2d.
additional 2d6 with the charges.
That was so
Brings some
sad.
18 points
Still
of
18.
damage. Nice hit. So Diana, wildly just swinging this mace around, connects in the area that she last saw Iamrith. You hear a, this is nonsense. And she just looks around, starting to get attacked and beat down a little bit.
I'm so tired of these Constitution saving
You're
throws.
still blind, Diana. You're
I
still
literally
blind.
knew that was going to happen. I could feel it in my gut that my first roll was going to be really, really good, and then my next roll was going to be terrible, and that was why I wanted to wait. But
Yeah. It's okay.
Excellent. Diana, you staying put?
yeah, why not?
All right, Ashlyn, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna not do anything. Cause I'm restrained. I can try to hit it, right?
Yeah. You make any
Okay.
attacks with disadvantage.
Okay, I'll just try
Are
to.
you attacking the sculpture?
Yeah, there's a sculpture.
Okay.
So 20.
20 hits.
13 magical bludgeoning
13 magical bludgeoning. Nice.
to the sculpture.
The sculpture.
Yes.
All right.
Then I guess I'll try to hit it again.
All right.
Okay.
You may.
21.
Yes, you hit it again.
Oh.
11 points of bludgeoning. Magical
And
bludgeoning.
then since it's like making me blind, I'm gonna try to poke it in the eye.
With disadvantage.
For
You're 24?
24?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
For 10,
For 10
magical
more
bludgeoning
magical
damage.
bludgeoning damage? Jesus.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna use my nat 20 to end my blindness.
Okay. You expending the nat 20 on your constitution save.
Yes.
So I'll go ahead and take that off of our Twitch.
So I'm not
And-
Hits it
blinded,
like
but
8
I'm-
times and then wipes her eyes.
So then you can go ahead. You can remove the eye marker. Can you remove the eye marker from your token?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to remove that as you guys watch Ashlyn just start smacking this sculpture like blind, just like taking these blind swings and just making serious impacts. It almost looks like it's trying to shift away, but it shifts into her attacks. And then it gets this one thumb into the... You try to rake at its eyes like the WWE, like old style wrestling eye rake, and it just shimmies back a little bit from you. Very good, Ashlyn.
Okay.
Anything else?
And then, I can't. Can I do my save for being restrained, or is that something different?
No, because you're being constricted, that would require an action to try to break out of it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine.
Okay.
Next turn.
All
All
right.
right. Thank you.
At the end of your turn, Ashlyn,
Oh no.
the Iamrith, kind of getting upset at this whole situation, is going to reach out to touch Diana with magical electrical energy zapping from her fingers.
I don't think.
So she's going to cast a quick shocking grasp towards Diana
Ooh.
with advantage because she's blind. So that makes it a
Oh,
22 to
yeah.
hit, and I believe that's going to
Oh.
hit. So you're going to take 5 lightning damage because she rolled poorly in her damage. But you do not have a reaction until the start of her at the start of your next turn.
Ooh. Okay.
My
Yeah.
reaction is sight-based, so yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you
I
go.
don't have one anyways.
So it takes your reaction away, and that will end. That will bring us back to her, which that means she gets all of her legendary actions back.
Great.
And she also makes a con save.
She makes a
She
con
is
save.
still within the sickening radiance.
Okay. She will make a con save at the beginning of her turn for the sickening radiance. What's the DC again?
17.
It's a 20.
think.
I believe a 20 is going to be safe.
Yep.
Okay. So you can see she's starting to show some wounds. Like there's some blood pouring out of her storm giant form from where both Diana and King Hecaton have sort of put some pressure on her. And she is going to you know what? Can't do that. Okay, so Molfin is right here. The air elementals are right here.
Oh wait, my damage was tripled because I'm giant.
Your damage
Right.
was
Oh,
tripled
yeah.
or
Because
doubled?
we're giant. Hold on.
Because that could change
Was
things.
mine?
Yours would be too. 'Cause
Yours
you're
would be
a giant
too
size
because you're
too.
giant.
Roll 3 times the normal number of dice.
Shit.
Dice.
Dice.
Okay.
So what? How much dice? How many dice did you roll for each one of those attacks? Go ahead and check.
1d8.
Okay, so what you got to do is you've got to roll an additional 2d8 for every one of those attacks that you
Each
made,
dice. Okay.
unless.
So that's 68. Yeah.
So just add 6d8 more damage,
Okay.
and then Zoss, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna find out how much.
36.
36 additional damage.
Yes.
Wow. Nice.
And Zoss is. Would that affect her her charges as well?
It would not affect the charges because
okay,
it's,
so it'd be another
Okay.
it would just
2d6 for
be an additional
mace.
2d6 for your mace.
I believe it's 1d. Yeah, my damage is 1d6 plus 8.
Yeah, so you get to add
So
two
do
more
two more
d6. So roll two
Yeah.
d6 for us, and then it'll be that much damage added onto that. Wow.
Nice.
Nice roll. Wow,
Nice.
you guys are rolling really well. Yeah, so those massive strikes. Yeah, she's wearing down. You can see she's starting to get, she's looking sluggish here. And she's going to go ahead and basically she's going to corner this corner of the room. She's probably going to hit a 20, it's basically a 20-foot radius sphere. But she's going to try to get Molfin, King Hecaton. Basically, she's making a sphere right on this side of the room over here. So that it gets Molfin, King Hecaton, Callista. It's going to miss the Wraith because she doesn't want to hit herself. But it is going to catch this other air elemental right here. She is going to cast what's called Ice.
She's casting a spell.
She's going to cast a spell.
Molfin's gonna try to counterspell it.
Counterspell it. Okay, at what level are you casting this?
I'm casting it at 3rd.
3rd level? Okay, you will need to roll.
Okay. And that's an intelligence check, right? It's just my spell modifier.
I think it's your.
Remember, let me
I think
look
it's
at
our. I think it's our. Is it your arcane arcana?
Arcana?
I'm just double checking.
I believe it's arcana, but I may be wrong.
You make an ability check using your spell casting ability.
Okay, ability check with spellcast.
DC is 10 plus spells level.
Okay, I've got the DC in my
So
head.
that's-
DC is 19.
Okay.
DC is 35. No, just
No shit!
Holy shit, it's Asmodeus.
Yeah.
Okay, so where I need my intelligence check. Don't fail me, brain.
Sus, don't forget that you can also the reach of your melee attacks increased by 5.
Oh, wow.
That's a 25.
Is it 25?
Oh!
Um,
Oh!
Oh.
She is going to pull. Well, no, she can't because she can't cast it at a higher level. So yeah, you successfully put this in, and you watch as her arms begin to coalesce in front of her, and there's this glowing of blue, almost looks like cold energy starting to erupt. And with a wave of your hand, you watch as it just explodes and dissipates in the palms of her hand. She looks over at you with this terrible, terrible gaze. You will not foil my plans. I've known magic even before you existed.
Yeah, but what about before Melodious
Somebody just gets a little.
we
Man's
got
pretty
the devil
old.
on our side.
So that blows her action. Yeah. Nicely
Okay.
done. It's the Wraith's turn.
Nice.
Okay, Wraith is going to take a swing at her because,
Why not?
that's really all he can do. And,
Molten is
just a
eternal.
straight
Oh
attack.
no.
Yeah.
Come on, hit something.
Yeah.
A 22 hits. Just hits.
Yes.
Constitution
Okay.
save, right?
Yeah.
Yep, and 23 necrotic damage.
Ah.
Constitution save is going to succeed.
Yeah.
You said 23 necrotic damage?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, come on, roll 20. There we go. Bada bang, bada boom. 23 necrotic. Oh my goodness. She's starting to show some. She's like hunched over a little bit. She's got wounds pouring down her legs. You can see this like very dark bluish blood kind of running down her leg and outside of this battle dress that she's wearing. Is that in the?
I wanted to kill her, guys.
Is that
I'm
it?
gonna get with the statue though, but I get killing blow.
Is
Okay.
Is that in the Wraith's
So we just have
turn?
to hold her down until
Yep.
you get there.
Yeah.
All right. This
the
one,
stupid statue.
pure blood, technically starts her turn inside that aura. So she's gonna have to make a con save, I believe, from Molfin.
Yep.
A 9, I
That
believe, is gonna
fails.
fail. So you get to roll some damage there, Molfin.
Nice.
So that
You're
is
still holding it.
22 points of radiant damage.
22 points of radiant damage. Oh, she looks super sluggish and begins to. She's gonna step out here. Just use 5 feet of her movement. Take 2 quick shots at Diana. Well, she might not be able to take 2. Let me double check. No, she can only take 1. So here comes 1 short bow shot at Diana. With advantage is only a 13. Does that hit you, Diana? 13?
Nope, but 13 does not hit.
The arrow deflects off of Diana's massive armor in giant form.
Yeah.
And this one starts to kind of seeing this weird orb of energy around here. Uses the other 25 movement to kind of back up. And that brings us to a type 2 Malison, which I believe this is a type 2 standing next to Diana right here. Yes. So that one is going to swing again. Well, actually, no, it bites. It can make 2 bite attacks at Diana because its arms are all snakes. And they lash out and try to bite through Diana's armor. The first one is with advantage of 24.
Ooh.
So that is 6 piercing plus 4 poison. But you guys are
No
no
poison.
poison
Immune to
damage.
poison.
You're immune to poison, so just the 6 piercing. And the second attack is going to be an 18. Does an 18 hit you?
Yes.
So you take an additional 6 points of piercing damage from that one.
Bummer.
Boo.
Is this one a type 2 up here? Yes, fighting Ashlyn up here at the top.
Okay.
That one is also going to go for you, Ashlyn, because you are still restrained. It does have advantage.
Okay.
So it is going to try to bite you with a 24.
Let me see. Nope.
Nope. I think that's, without a nat 20, I think that's the best they can do. And an 8,
nope.
so nope.
Nope.
He just can't quite reach your giant form being all wrapped up in this sculpture. The sculpture is actually giving you some cover against his attacks.
I'll take it.
I think that's all the type 2s. There's only 2 of those guys left. What's this one over here? That's a type 1. Okay. All right, Lachlan, you are under a bunch of sand.
All right.
Everything is black. It is dark. You hear muffled sounds, and you are unable to breathe. You got sand in your mouth, your nose, your ears.
Oh no.
Yep. Wow. Can I try to dig out of here?
Absolutely. Go ahead and make
Alrighty.
You need to make a strength
Oh, no.
check.
Oh, I'm strong, not. Alrighty, strength check. Here we go. Here we go.
You can do it.
Boom. Oh,
Hey!
Gnome's coming
like
through
a-
with clutch.
like a puppy, just.
So, Lachlan, you're just like, you feel this surge of energy just come through you, and all of a sudden you just start digging through the sand, just pushing sand out of the way, and then you see this. It's like this image of just sand, and then Lachlan's hand just goes out of the sand and grabs the ledge, and you pull yourself out. Sand all through your hair, all over your face. You spit some sand off to the side. You are no longer buried within this sand, and you're standing there. I would say you have to use half of your movement, but you still have half your movement left and a bonus action.
All right, all right.
Yeah, so
Then I'm gonna use the other half of my movement, which is just doing a little bit of a math here. 10 if we round down, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think I can get about yay far.
Okay.
I'm just gonna charge forth, letting loose a war cry.
Nice. What's your war cry sound like, Lachlan? Sand just like pouring off of him as he runs.
Checks out.
That's awesome.
Yep.
The sculpture gets to go. And it's currently got Ashlyn right where it wants her.
yeah, unfortunately.
It does get to make a recharge roll for its
Okay,
ability.
I don't know what
So let's see. It does not recharge its ability.
Yes.
So since it has you in its grip, it is going to make its attacks against you. It's going to make a... it can only do one bite attack, and since it has you constricted, it can't do a tail attack, so it can only bite you.
Okay.
So it's going to try to bite Ashlyn.
So sad.
With advantage
Nope.
is a 23, and it's still not. Ashlyn quickly puts the staff up, and it just bites down on the staff that she's holding. They're just wrestling back and forth as she's constricted around this tail. That's all he can do. Molfin, you're up.
Okay. So, it looks like Ashlyn's having a rough go with this thing, right?
I am doing better.
It's- from what you can tell, yeah, it looks like a rough go.
Yeah.
Okay, so Molfin's gonna move a couple of steps over this way.
You've come to expect that hardly anything can hit her, but it looks like finally something was able to grapple her.
Yeah. Actually, I gotta roll for my health. I'll get that added back on. And so Molfin's gonna move over a little bit, take a look towards this giant statue, and is going to drop concentration
Oh, thank you.
on the sickening radiance.
Okay, so this
That
circle,
pulsing green glow vanishes.
and then everybody
Thank you.
is no longer
No longer exhausted.
exhausted. So all those anybody who has had a yellow marker on their token can take that off.
Yes.
You are no longer exhausted.
Cool.
Nice.
And as an action, Molfin is going to reach out and point at the statue
Oh boy, here we go
and cast Banishment.
on the statue. Ooh,
Yep.
okay. What saving throw is that?
I gotta put up here. That is a Charisma save.
Charisma save. Ooh. Let's see how charismatic the sculpture of Dendar, the Night Serpent, is. Okay, I do want to let you know that these do have magic. The sculpture does have magic resistance, so it has advantage on saving throws against spells. But its charisma is not very good. So let's see how we do. What is the target? 17, I believe?
But I'm going to toss that at you. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
never
matter.
mind.
Oh my
Negative
god.
Oh.
three.
And there's a negative 3.
Wow.
Well, it made it with advantage, so it's a 2.
So,
Hold up, so that's a -3, but that's not even a nat 1 for it.
That's yeah, it's bad.
oh my god, it rolled a 2.
It rolled, yeah. It rolled,
That's
yeah.
ridiculous.
So it just
is
disappears. It
banished.
disappears. It vanishes.
The heist of the century.
Ashlyn, your grip, you struggling. All of a sudden, it's just gone,
Oh!
and you fall back to your feet. Vanished.
Would I know that it was vanished, or would it just be gone?
And normally if it just went invisible, you would still feel it wrapping and crushing
Okay,
you,
okay.
as it was constricting you.
Thank you, Uncle Dolphin.
Not a problem. And I'm going to use a little bit more of my movement to dance over this way and call out at Imrith. Excuse me, did you happen to misplace something? Looks like it just sort of vanished and... I'm sorry. And then, as a bonus action, cast Misty Step to bonk another 30 feet away.
Dagger darts, Misty Step. Nice. Where?
Oh, that's too far.
So you're right there. Let me see.
Yep.
Let me see what the range of that is first. Let me
Uh-oh.
see this. 75 feet.
Oh, no.
Oh, come on, Mulpin. 75 feet. That's child's play. So she looks. She looks at you.
no.
She's got these wounds all over. And she's like,
Oops.
misplaced nothing. It's shocking that you even know that spell.
Shocking.
Speaking of shocking, have one of these. And she fires off one of her electric bolts towards you. She
no.
fires a static bolt coming your way. 29 to hit.
Oh!
Jeez.
18 points of lightning damage as you're zapped.
That's rough.
Almost takes you off your feet.
That's-
A 90s action flick.
That's it.
Okay.
That's the end of. That's
Still vanished.
Still. Oh, yeah, you had to make the Constitution save. That's right. Good. Yep. Still vanished. That ends Mulfin's turn. I don't think you have any saving throws to make or anything. That
Nope.
brings us to Callista.
All right, now that the radiance is out of my way, I'm going to whirlwind her.
Okay, that's a saving throw, correct?
Yeah.
DC 13 strength. All right, so whirlwind. 16
Ooh.
makes the save.
That's okay. That's okay. She still takes half.
Okay.
Just gonna take 6 points of damage.
And then I'm gonna hit her upside the face twice, kind of like a little bitch slap twice.
Okay. Does
Nice.
whirlwind is whirlwind your only action that you can do?
No, that's just when I move into her space.
Oh, got it. Okay, before you do that, something happens. As you consume her with your whirlwind, she starts to scream, and electrical energy just starts to zap all over her body. And you can see like the static is just everywhere, and all of a sudden this electrical energy just shoots out of her and like hits the walls in random places, putting little cracks in the walls all around you. And then you notice she starts to grow out of this form.
Uh-oh.
And you can see blue scales start to emerge from her. Her neck elongates, a tail shoots out of the back, and these two massive wings unfurl from her back as she
If Ashlyn could rage, she would rage.
transforms.
I just...
Do me a favor and remember the number 4 for me, okay?
Me?
Anybody, just remember the number
Okay,
4
4.
because
Okay,
I got to
4.
transfer some damage over to the next form. And I'm going to put her new form on the token layer so you guys can see
I triggered her
what she
next
looks
phase.
like now
Oops.
as we entered the second phase of this combat encounter. So I'm going to take
Oh,
4
heavens.
points. Is that magical bludgeoning? I
Yep.
believe it is, yeah. Okay. Now you can go ahead and make your other attacks.
Oh boy.
And she
All right.
snarls, and you can see this massive
So
horn
it's no
sticking out.
longer... Yeah, I don't think it's a bitch slap anymore
Yeah,
because this thing's way bigger than me.
Way bigger now, yeah.
So I think I'm just gonna go for her eyes.
Okay.
What? 2. Oh, for frick's sakes.
These are made with normal rolls, I believe.
Yeah.
They will not hit, unfortunately. Both of them miss. I guess maybe you were just caught off guard by this transition and all this electrical
Yeah.
energy zapping. You got off. The first one was close, but the second one, you're just and kind of thinking to yourself, "Oh no, this is terrible."
All right, so I'm just gonna hover like above the crown of her head.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my movement to just be above her.
Okay, so you're about, I would
Kinda
say,
distracting
like
her.
35 feet in the air.
Yep.
Because she is way up there now.
Yep. Is she flying or is she still on all
she's
fours?
still on all fours, but she is
Okay.
taller. Like, she dwarfs King Hecaton.
Okay.
The roof of this complex is about 60 feet above you. So, just to give you guys a reference, she pretty much consumes about half of that. So, she stands almost like just shy of 30 feet tall, probably, when she really, like, comes up. It kind of bows back, like a bear, like, standing up kind of deal.
7 Lachlan's, yeah.
All right.
fine.
Anything else, Callista?
That is it.
All right, the type 1 Malisons. You know what? One's going to shoot at Diana because that's all it's going to do back there, and the other one is going to shoot at the other air elemental again. Because it seems like that's the natural thing for them to do right now. So they can make 2 attacks, 2 range attacks. So here comes 2 to Diana with advantage, 24. That will be 9 piercing damage to you, Diana, as you take another arrow. And then a second one is going to be with advantage. Only 11, so that will plink off of your shield as you block that one. Oh, wait. That was a type 3. Excuse me. I'm going to redo that. Wait, they might have the same... if they have the same... Yeah, they have the same. So I'll just use that. And then we'll go with the 2 coming to the air elemental that you're controlling, Callista. A critical hits. Not sure if air elementals can take poison damage.
They can't.
Okay, so that's going to be 12 piercing damage.
6.
And then, 24 to hit.
That also hits.
That'll be 6 piercing. So they're just firing arrows up as much as they can. The type 3, which is standing over here, there's only one of those left, I believe, is going to fire. Seeing Lachlan charging in, actually going to fire towards Lachlan as he's screaming as he's coming in. So two longbow shots, a 17.
All right. That hit. Oh, that meets my armor class.
That meets, so you're going to take 5 piercing as an arrow hits you in the thigh.
Ah!
And then a 13 is going to miss. It goes over your head. The second one fires.
Hell yeah, MG, I got you.
And then that Malison, it's got a snake head and it's like firing at you. Or no, this one's the one with the snake body. It like looks at you, and seeing that rage in your eyes, starts to shift back a little bit and moves back this way towards these other Yanti over there. And that brings us to the top of the 4th round.
Wow.
Before this takes place, at the end of that last turn, Ironrith is going to use one of her legendary actions in the new form. Is going to use take 2 of her last remaining legendary actions to do what's called a wing attack. So the dragon starts. She starts to beat her wings, and then sand starts to just fly up from the ground, and she starts to take off. And each creature within 15 feet must make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Ooh.
So that's both the air elementals, the wraith, Diana, all these 2 Yanti, King Hecaton, are making dexterity saving throws.
Nothing.
Okay, and the Yanti that make saving throws are type 2. I think they're both type 2 and type 1. So dexterity.
That's right. Kill your own team.
Yeah, these are gonna. Wow. And what's funny is that natural 20 means nothing. It still fails.
What?
Let's see. Molfin. Why'd you? Oh, the Wraith. That's right. I saw
Wraith.
Molfen. I'm like, wait, the Wraith. The Wraith fails. Callista fails. Both checks.
Jeez.
And every other one fails too. So
Oh my goodness.
you guys are going to take 2d6 plus 9. So let's do 2d6. 13 points of bludgeoning damage. And those of you that can be knocked prone are knocked prone.
Is this considered magical damage or no?
What does that mean?
Um,
Can be.
Well,
Like the wraith
maybe
is
a wraith
immune
probably
I
to-
don't
can't
think
be,
the
yeah.
Wraith can't be knocked prone. I don't know if air
Okay.
elementals can be.
Nope.
So, Diana, you are laying flat on your back. King Hecaton is laying flat on his back as he was thrown to his feet. How much damage did I say that was? Is 9, 10, 11, 13.
13.
13 bludgeoning. Gotcha. And these two Yanti are knocked flat on their back. And they take 13. This one's actually looking really rough over here by the air elemental. And this one over by Diana is also going to take 13 points of bludgeoning damage and is also prone. And the dragon flies up into the air near the top of the complex. Can fly up to half its flying speed. Yeah, so basically it flies up. Well, what's its flying speed? 80, so it can fly 40 feet. So it's actually going to shift back too a little bit.
So it's leaving the wraith's range?
It is. So anybody that has a reaction can make an opportunity attack against it.
Is it leaving mine, or am I still on top of her head?
It would be technically leaving yours. Yeah, it'd be
Okay.
out of well, your air elemental. Yeah, I would say so. Yes.
Okay.
Because we're looking more vertically now, so it's.
Yep. So
Unfortunately, that will not hit with the wraith.
Alrighty then.
1.
What?
Those do not hit either. As the air elementals are just trying to smash into it as she's flying away.
Would Hecaton or Diana get a reaction? Oh, well, Diana doesn't have a reaction. Would
Hecaton
get
does, but he would make it with disadvantage because he's prone. So he will. He'll go ahead and make a great sword attack with disadvantage. And that still hits.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Hecaton.
So 27
Yeah.
slashing damage. As it slashes through as she's making her way. Diana technically does, if she'd like to use it, be
I
disadvantaged.
do get what?
You can make
With
an
what?
attack of opportunity if you want to use your reaction. You would be making it with
While
disadvantage.
I'm prone?
Disadvantage.
I'll just use my mace.
Okay. you just miss. As you
Oh.
almost catch one of her. It's really hard because you're still blind too, so you're just going by what you can hear. You haven't even been able to see her transform, so you're not really sure what's going on at this point. You're just swinging your mace wildly around the room.
Oh my god. I'm gonna get my vision back and I'm gonna be like, check.
Where
Uh,
does the dragon come from?
King Hecaton just steps forward. He stands up and steps forward just one step, gets his ballista back out, and he's gonna fire up towards her. Actually, you know what? He's gonna go ahead and he grabs well, actually, there wouldn't be one around here. So yeah, he's just gonna go ahead and take the ballista and fire up towards her and miss as it narrowly goes underneath one of her wings. And that brings us to the lair once again. As these
lair.
wings are starting to slap around over here,
Oh, great.
she does not like Molfen right now. And it's going to hit Ashlyn too.
Love
The whirlwind of sand emerges once again as a cloud of sand envelops around Ashlyn and Molfen. I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws for me, please.
Oh, if I get blinded again, I'm
Use your DM's inspiration just in case.
DM's inspiration.
All right,
Just in
using
case.
DM's inspiration. Okay, you can do that.
Ah!
Oh!
I'm doing the same thing.
Okay, make it with advantage, Molfin.
blinded.
Your inspiration.
This is crap.
Ashlyn, no.
Oh! Molfin and Ashlyn, you're both blinded
Tried
for
to
1 minute,
my
but you can repeat the
eyes.
saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Yeah.
Go ahead and put a little eyeball next to your token for us to
Yeah,
remember.
Little eyeball. There we go.
Oh, goodness gracious. Air Elemental.
Alright, it's gonna attack. Try to attack. Disadvantage.
Okay, well, is it going to attack?
The small one beside it.
Yes. It'll be a regular roll because that
Oh.
guy is prone.
Oh, okay.
So if you're kind of
Ooh.
hovering back down towards him and making your attacks, you'll make just regular attacks.
Okay. 1, 2.
That will hit. Actually, the first one, underneath your Air Elemental's slam attack, you just hear,
Yeah.
"Ah!"
Oh.
And the first one was enough to take him out.
Nice.
Okay.
Now, your Air Elemental
Could I-
would have trouble, like, navigating, like, where everybody else is based on the blindness.
Could I instruct my air elemental? Since we both speak the same language?
I guess you could.
Okay, I'm gonna tell him to go around this and aid Ashlyn.
Okay. Sure. So is he going to make an attack on that other...
If he
the other-
can.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
You can use that second attack if you want to.
Okay, so it'll be a 19.
Oh yeah, definitely hits for 14
Okay.
bludgeoning damage as it slams into his back. All right, end of the Air Elemental's turn.
Actually, he's gonna go into his space, because why not? He hasn't used that yet.
Okay, so he has to make a saving throw on this?
Yes.
Okay. So that is Yanti.
Strength save.
Is that a type 1 over there? Can anybody see that name underneath there?
I don't think I see.
I don't
names.
see any names.
Oh, you guys
no.
don't see- I'm going to move your Air Elemental for just a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a type 2. Unfortunately, it's so you're gonna be in his space, in his grill. Oh, come on, come on! Don't do this to me. Roll 20. It's okay. I'm your friend. That's his strength, right?
Yep, strength.
Okay. An 11
Fail.
fails. So it's gonna take some
So he
damage.
takes full damage, and he's already prone, so he's knocked back prone again.
Well, this one wasn't prone. The other one was.
Oh, that one wasn't
Yeah.
prone.
Yay.
Okay, so he's... Yep,
So
he's
this
prone.
one is now prone. So he goes slamming to the ground and takes how much damage?
15.
15 points. And not only is he prone, but he looks extremely injured as he's laying there in between the Air Elemental and Ashlyn. Ashlyn rubbing her eyes of the sand that just got into the
Yes.
cloud. All right, I think that'll end the Air Elemental's turn.
Yep.
And bring us to
Ashlyn
Diana,
will hate
who
sand.
just slammed to the ground in her giant
Oh
form.
my gosh.
Took-
I will stand up
Okay, to half your movement to stand.
and I will hold my action until I can see.
Okay, and what
And make-
what are you holding? What action are you holding?
I want to hold Beacon of Hope. Actually, no, I can't hold Beacon of Hope because it's a 30-foot range. Because I was gonna say I need to walk closer to everybody. So, I will hold Bane.
Bane. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Bane. Bane.
Bane.
Is that all? Is that all you're gonna do? Or is this the end of your turn?
I'm going to make my save now, if that
All
pleases
right, go
you.
ahead. Constitution save. You can use your DM's inspiration if you'd like.
Oh, I don't know why I rolled that at disadvantage, but I think that's a 23.
23. You are no longer blind. You can see. You wipe the sand away from your
Yeah.
eyes, and now you see this massive blue
Yes.
dragon flying in the air above you.
I cast Bane on her, and then
Bane-
like 2 others.
Okay.
What does
Okay.
Bane do?
So they need to make a saving throw. I believe it's charisma for Bane.
Let's see.
Charisma, yeah.
Nice.
And since you're a giant, I would say you're within range. Yeah, so it's
Oh,
gonna
is
make
he
a
really
charisma
good?
save for the 17.
Ooh.
A 17. That is exactly my spell
Oh,
save
and
DC.
she just
Oh.
makes the Bane roll.
I
What other
hate
two?
this bitch.
What other two are you targeting?
I don't know, the nearest of the little worm people that are near me.
Okay, so the worm people, oh, they're highly offended by that.
Oh, yeah.
We are not worms. So this type 2 is gonna try to make that charisma save. Let's see how this one does. 17.
Oh.
Oh.
And the
What is it with them?
and the other closest one you have, it has to be within 30 feet of you. Unfortunately, I don't think you have anybody else.
Okay.
He's just out of
That's lit.
range.
I'm okay with that.
So unfortunately, the Bane falls on deaf ears.
That is A-okay. I do not care.
And that brings us to Ashland's turn.
Alright. Ashlyn is going to sharpen the blade
Oh boy.
on her longbow for 3 points.
As a bonus
So now it's
action.
the
So
magic.
are you gonna do 3 points? Okay.
Yep.
So
So
now,
now it's a plus 12 longbow. Well, plus 3 longbow.
plus 3 longbow. Yeah.
And it's
That'd be
not
cool if
low.
you had a plus 12 longbow.
Plus 12
That'd be
damage.
awesome.
Yeah. I rolled a 4. It hit.
This is the bow that just kills
Um,
people when it hits them once.
yeah.
That's what it does.
I think
and
Lachlan
then-
already has that.
That's-
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try to shoot at her
Okay.
where I think she is. So.
You are blinded, so you
Ah.
disadvantage natural 1. That definitely
Oh.
misses.
Okay. And then just another.
Another
Oh.
natural 1.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
2
Not
in a row.
Okay.
Oh.
We have to get this out of our system. Now is not the time to
Yeah.
roll shit.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna bonus action try to Kenzai kicks this little thing in front of me.
Okay. Well, you used your bonus action to sharpen the blade.
Oh yeah. Okay, never mind.
So
okay,
you
that's it.
wouldn't have a bonus action attack.
All right, that's it.
Do you want to
My
move?
turn. Nah.
No? Okay. All right.
Good.
It's our Wraithy friend.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay, now there are some Yanti pureblood corpses strewn about, correct?
There's a couple, yeah. One of them fell
Okay,
deep within that pit and disappeared, but there's a couple other ones, yeah.
And purebloods are considered humanoid, right?
Yeah, they are. Actually, all these Malisons, too, and no matter what type they are, they're all considered humanoid.
Oh, alrighty then.
Oh wait, I was gonna move. Can I move like 5 feet? I'm so sorry.
You can move 5 feet.
I just
Where you-
wanted to move like around this thing a little.
Okay, just a little? Okay. Yeah, you're not moving out of his threat range, so he doesn't get an opportunity to attack.
No. Whatever.
Even
okay,
though
never
he's,
mind.
like, prone and being beat down by an elemental right now.
Yeah.
The wraith's gonna float over to within about 10 feet of the first corpse it can find
Okay.
and create a specter.
Nice.
Okay, do you have access to the Spectre sheet and token?
Yep.
Okay. I would say you'd probably have to move your whole movement towards that Malison type 3 over there. Or pretty...
This one over this way?
yeah, probably like right where you put that red mark.
Oh, okay.
That's probably perfect. If you move over to there as you drift down, yeah, you could pull a Spectre out of one of those corpses laying there on the ground. Just
okay.
laying and bleeding out in the sand. There's more evil crap goes on here in the bottom of this.
It's awesome. You cold.
And
Yeah.
no, she's afraid of the undead that are coming.
They're just...
Now, do you want me to roll initiative for the specter? Have it go.
Sauce, you're no longer
on the
blind,
blades?
right?
I am
Yo,
no longer
Let's
blind.
can you click on your token and remove? Can you remove that little eyeball
Oh,
from your
okay.
token for me?
Oh wait, did I get a Constitution save?
Oh yeah, you
at
do.
of
At
my
the end of your turn, yeah. Go ahead and make your con save to see if you can shake the
Come
blindness.
on, no.
You do not.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you are still blind.
Bummer.
All right, the Wraith
Okay.
has pulled a Spectre. I guess the Spectre would just go on the Wraith's turn. So go ahead. You can.
Okay.
The Spectre can go.
The Spectre is going to fly up towards the dragon.
Okay. Be about
Nice.
30 feet up,
Okay.
so it can get to the bottom of the dragon's feet, basically.
Yep, and it's just gonna take an attack.
Nice.
So take an attack.
Oh,
Or not.
Unfortunately, a 6 is not going to come close. Just can't-
Double twos, really.
Almost seems to just the strange, like, ethereal form of the Spectre just kind of just disappears right through. It's almost like there wasn't a connection made to make the attack. And I think that'll end at the Wraith's turn,
Yep.
bringing us up to the Pureblood, who is seeing this spooky Wraith over here. So is going to go ahead and take a shot at the Wraith. That is going to be a natural 1. And moves back farther around, seeing this stuff happening. It's going to move back a little bit farther. Over here by the base of the sculpture. Our type 2s. The one that is being beat down by the air elemental stands up and is going to attack the air elemental with its bite attack. Can make 2. So here comes one of the arms lashing out for a 12 on the air elemental. Nope. Misses wildly. And the second one is only a 10.
Oh wait, they have advantage.
Oh, because it's blind. Yes. So
Yep.
those probably both will hit.
Yep.
For 5 and an additional 7 piercing damage. The one standing right beside Diana is the other type 2 and is going to go ahead and continue attacking Diana with its little snake-like arms that lash out and try to bite through her armor. A natural 1 is not going to do it.
Yeah, that's right, you little worm.
How dare you, 24.
Dang it.
So you feel this little bite in your giant foot, and you take 4 points of piercing damage.
I wish I could just, like, pick up my giant foot and kick him away.
Let's see your earthworm do that. And Lachlan, it's your turn.
Oh boy. So I'm charging into battle. Oh, by the way, I just want to call out. I forgot to use my mirror image when that thing attacked me. I don't care, but just
Oh, got you. Yeah. Whenever.
Yeah. So I'll just remember it next time.
Gotcha.
So I am going to aim the oath bow, which at my sworn enemy up here,
Yes.
who I think is flying in the air.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first round that I'm not buried under sand or blind.
Yeah, so you will have an advantage on your attack.
Nice.
see,
Down.
see eyes up the shot. Any special arrows?
Poison arrow, knocking a poison arrow. I want to see how poison does against a dragon.
Okay. Poison arrow knocked, pulled back. Oh no! Oh no!
Sweet revenge!
That's going to be a whole lot of dice with allies and
That's gonna be a
Yeah.
whole lot of dice because there is a specter and an air elemental near within 5 feet. So that means
Yeah.
You're going-
And the oath bow gives me advantage anyway.
yeah, you're going to double. Yeah, the oath bow gives you advantage, so it wouldn't have mattered. You get sneak attack, so all your sneak attack are gonna be doubled.
And the
So-
poison and the sworn enemy. So
and
let's
your
see what
poison
happens here.
and your
You should've
sworn
taken
enemy
the
damage.
potion.
I'm trying something new here with global modifiers, so I apologize if it doesn't quite work.
Okay.
Oh!
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh!
Is that what? Why does it say poison on that? I don't think.
Because of my poison arrow.
But not all the damage is poison.
Right, not all the
damage.
damage. Yeah.
Oh,
only-
that is sick.
Some
That is
portion
a
of it.
sick amount of damage.
Oh!
Is that
oh.
with your sneak
That's
attack?
incredible.
Yeah, that includes
Yeah.
because sneak attack is like
Oh,
66
that is ridiculous.
times 2.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Somebody who's good at math, add all that together for me.
Not me.
Because that is a
72 and 15, 87.
87 points of damage.
So just so you have it, Michael.
Yeah.
So it is. For some reason, it didn't double the. Oh wait. So it's 1 and 4 of it is poison damage if it matters.
Okay. Okay, got it. Wow. Yeah, perfect shot. Watch as this arrow goes in and sinks itself in between two of the scales in her neck. You hear a, and she looks down and just eyes Lachlan where that arrow came from. I thought you were under sand.
I pick some sand out of my nose and just flick it aside and turn.
All right. Excellent. Can the sculpture do anything while it is
To my
banished?
knowledge, no. Let me.
I don't know if it can
It's
make.
I think
literally
he's just gone.
It's just gone while you
As
concentrate.
long as I
right?
maintain concentration, I'm putting the spell in.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think it could. I didn't know if it could make a saving throw at the end of each of its turns or something, but I don't think
Nope.
it can.
Nope, it can't.
Okay, Molfin, you're up.
Oh, and actually, I forgot to roll a d6. So, okay, first d6 is to see whether or not I lost the ability to cast Banish until tomorrow. No, I did not. I could cast the fucker again if I
wow,
need to.
you guys.
Wow.
When it really matters, you guys are pulling out the rolls.
Yeah.
Man, this is crazy.
Here is my regain my health.
Just one. Just
Aw.
one little hit point
You know,
back. Hey,
I-
everyone matters.
I got it
right?
when it mattered.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so add one back to that. So before I went blind, I saw where the dragon was sort of flying off to, right?
You did see it flying up, yes.
Okay. So Molfin, with a sort of shaky hand, the other hand sort of trying to rub it through the shroud up at his eyes, is going to cast a spell at where he saw the dragon last
Okay.
as it was flying up.
Okay.
And hopefully trying to aim this towards like the back side of what he saw, sort of away from the air elemental,
Okay.
because it's a pretty big radius.
Okay.
As Molfin is going to cast Synaptic Shock on the dragon because it does not require sight.
Nice.
True, it does not. 20-foot radius sphere. Here's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to say since you are blind, you are going to hit the specter.
Okay.
Okay? So go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw for your specter, and I'll make an intelligence saving throw for the dragon.
Boy.
Right?
Great
The
roll.
specter's going to be taking some damage. If it can take that kind of damage. And
So Limrith.
she is going to use her second legendary resistance to succeed
Oh,
instead.
chipping him away.
Okay, so she takes half damage and she is not muddled.
All right. She does not want to be muddled, so she happily takes that legendary resistance.
So that is. Well, the Spectre's gone.
The specter's dead. Molfin's casting a spell, all of a sudden the specter just goes, beep, just gone.
But she will take 17 points of psychic damage.
17 psychic damage. Nicely done, Mr.
Then I am
Molfin.
going to mark off that spell.
Chipping away. Chipping away.
And then, Owen is just gonna slowly start trying to just muddle his way back towards his compatriots a little bit.
Okay. And
Follow the soothing sound of my voice.
don't forget to make your constitution save at the end of your turn to see if
Yep.
you regain your sight.
Come on, eyeballs.
Yes, you do. You are no longer blind.
Wolfen has vision again.
Clear
Yes.
your eyes of all the sand, and you now can see the battlefield before you.
Sort of looks up at the dragon and is just gonna go back and say, well, even without the lightning, I suppose your breath is capable of killing.
Aha.
Oh, bringing the shade.
Nice one, Grant.
Bringing the shade from the shroud. Whoa. Callista, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna fly above her, kind of like aiming for the back of her spine. She wants to
Wait a
just
second.
slam.
Something is wrong here. When I deleted her token, I deleted her initiative. I was like, wait a minute. She hadn't taken any legendary actions recently. What's going on here? Does anybody remember what her initiative was?
I think it was
hold on, I can
19
jump.
or 17.
I think it might.
17 or 19.
I think it was. Yeah, when I deleted her original token, it took her off.
No,
Oh,
Miss
okay.
Diana.
Because she was after me.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was starting to wonder. I was like, wait, why doesn't she have any actions this turn?
It was
I think
Diana, then me, then her.
Yeah, I think she went between Ashlyn and the Wraith.
Yeah.
So
me
what?
too.
So what
There's a
number
really
is that?
easy way to
Say
confirm
16?
this.
About 16. Okay, that works for me, even if it's not.
Okay, so
here's
should
what
I wait and let her take her turn?
I'm gonna let her go ahead and go here really quick, and then you're on deck, Callista.
Okay.
So I'll just put it on you, but let her go take her turn. She's gonna get her legendary actions back.
Yeah, she was a 16.
16, got it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I couldn't get it to rewind on
Yeah.
Proficiency Form for some reason.
All right. She's up here with Callista. Really angry towards Molfin. Really angry at Lachlan.
I think she'd be angrier at Lachlan, you know.
Yeah, pretty much. Lachlan is the
Gloating
the
with his bow, like hamming it up. Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. Getting another, like picking his next arrow.
You know what? She's just gonna go ahead and do a full range of attacks on this elemental in front of her because she just doesn't like toying around with this garbage. She uses her frightful presence and starts to roar out, and all this electricity zaps off of her. But you guys are immune to fear, so it doesn't really matter in this situation. So nobody's gonna have to make any saving throws. And when she sees that you guys are not affected by it whatsoever, she just goes into a blind rage and begins to make 3 attacks against Callista. One bite.
What's the save? The Wraith is not immune to fear.
Oh, true. Frightful presence.
It's immune to
Oh,
charm.
that's strange.
A wraith can be
A wraith
afraid.
can be afraid. Interesting.
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, dear God.
The DC is a 20. The wraith
He's
is
afraid.
terrified of the dragon. And basically, you can repeat that saving throw at the end of the turn and in effect on a success. Basically, you just frighten. So you can't move closer, and all your attacks are at disadvantage. Which basically takes the wraith out of like anything that it can do other than like create
It's gonna make
specters. So this one's gonna bite. She's gonna bite and claw while she's flying in the air at the air elemental Callista. So here comes the bite. That's a 33 to hit.
Oh yeah.
That's 20 piercing plus 13 lightning.
I think I'm immune. I'm resistant to lightning,
So you're gonna take half of that lightning damage.
and I also take half of the 20.
Okay, so halved in both.
Hang on. Math.
Math.
Okay.
Collect all the math rocks. Visit Little Dragon Corp.
All right, and here comes
Rock.
a claws coming at you. 24 to
Okay.
hit.
Yep.
That's 17 slashing.
Okay.
And then the third one is only an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
14 slashing.
Okay. I'm fine.
You're fine? Okay. And that brings us to you, Callista. And she just basically unleashes, starts biting and clawing away at your air elemental form in front of her.
Okay, I'm going to fly up around towards the back of her spine and just like slam and try to like shake her a bit.
Nice.
Like right in between the wings.
Okay, so you fly over top and start slamming down on her back. They both hit as you slam down on both of these impacts. Make
Magical.
Their mark. Magical. So that is, 13 and 19 bludgeoning damage. That's 32 points, I think, if my math is right.
Yep.
32 points of damage as you slam down on her back. She stumbles a bit down, looks over her shoulder. Would you just stop? I have other people to manage here. And she's just getting frustrated with you, Callista, as you seem to be the annoying bug that's flying around her.
Good.
It seems like she's really ticked off at Lachlan right now and wants to eat him, but you're stopping her from
Good.
doing that.
That's fine. I was initially trying to distract her from Molfin, but now that I see Lachlan, I'm like, just focus on me. You're fine.
So the type 1s get to go. One of them actually looking up there towards Callista above the dragon is going to go ahead and take 2 shots at Callista with a longbow. So here comes 1. 18.
Yeah.
So that's 6 piercing.
Okay.
And the 7 is going to miss. You can tell it's trying to miss the dragon, and its aim is just terrible. Is this one a type 1? No, that's a type 2. That's a type 2. Okay, that's the end of the type 1s. Type 3. How close is the Wraith? I guess the Wraith just pulled a Spectre from the ground.
Yeah, it can do it to a corpse within 10 feet.
Okay, so this type
So
3...
maybe it's, mostly worst case scenario, it's 10 feet in the air.
Oh boy. Does this type 3 really want to engage the Wraith? That is the question. I don't know if this is possible, and he probably wouldn't know if it's possible or not. But the Yanti approaches and tries to constrict the Wraith.
Oh!
So we will see what happens as it makes a constrict roll. A 12.
Okay, 12 does not hit.
It does not hit, so its tail sweeps under the Wraith, not connecting to anything. And that's all it can do. So it tries to sweep up and kind of grapple the Wraith. It's unable to do so. That brings us to the top of the 5th round. King Hecaton doesn't really know what to do with this situation, seeing that the dragon has flown up. Gonna take another shot with the ballista. Come down here! And fires. Unfortunately, that will miss again. King Hecaton has been rendered pretty useless so far in this encounter. And he's gonna move over around Diana and stand intimidatingly above this worm. I'll help you squash it.
Can they just lift up their boot and just...
Right? Like,
I know.
Okay.
Can certainly try.
Lair.
I don't like the lair.
Molfin,
Oh no.
a flash of blue light happens above your head. Stones and sand begin to tumble down. Make a dexterity saving throw for us, please.
Oh no.
Here it comes. That's what you
Oh.
dive and do a barrel roll out of the way as the sand and stones just form a large pile next to you.
Yeah.
And you kind of just stand back up and brush some of the sand off. It was unable to render you helpless. Nicely done there, Molfin.
Done, yeah.
I hold up a 9.
Nice. Iamrith, frustratingly seeing this happen. Well, actually, our focus is more on this elemental, like right above. So she's gonna reach out and grab the air elemental with another shocking grasp. An 18.
Yep.
Okay, that's 10 lightning damage,
Sure.
and you lose your reaction.
Okay.
Okay, that brings us to Diana.
oh my goodness. Okay, so is she within range for me to grab her?
The dragon.
She is up in
Like,
the air.
touch her?
Let's see, you're 25 foot tall.
Yeah. Our range is like, what, 15 feet?
I would
My
say
reach?
you could reach up your arms and kind of like hop up, and you could grab probably at her bottom of her feet. Yes.
I don't want to grab. I just want to touch.
Yes.
Oh.
You could touch.
Okay.
I just want to touch.
No touch. No touchy.
And-
No touchy.
No
No
touchy,
touchy.
just touchy a little bit.
And I would like to roll with advantage, or not with advantage. I would like to use my DM's inspiration.
Okay.
I could.
Yes, you
So,
can.
okay.
As you run away, this Yanti right here is going to try to make a quick swipe at you
It's okay.
and try to bite you like the worm that he is, and not hit you.
Nope.
Haha.
So you're moving forward and jumping
Yes,
up,
I just-
jumping up a little bit, stretching your arms out, trying to grab a
Yep.
hold and just touch.
And I use DM's inspiration.
DM's inspiration. I think I know what you're casting.
I know.
I hope you. I know what you're
Oh.
casting.
I think I know what
Is
it
this
is.
the Old Faithful?
The Old Faithful.
What is this?
Oh.
Contagion.
What?
I did not.
This is a
expect
nasty spell. Oh my god.
Holy.
What is this?
The end of each turn.
Oh wait, I just realized I don't have to make a roll for this.
Yeah, it has to make a
Oh.
save. She has to make a
That's-
save.
Make a melee.
It has to make
spell
3.
attack. The first thing says make a melee spell attack.
Oh yeah, make a
I
melee
don't
spell
understand
attack
it.
against the creature on a hit. You afflict the creature with a disease. Oh, so you pin a disease on it, and it gets to make
Yes.
3 Constitution saving throws on each of its turns. If it
Yes.
fails,
If it fails 3, then it's saved. If it if it fails
like
3,
death
it's
saves.
diseased.
yeah.
But yes, it's exactly like death saves.
Well, it's kind of like a disease that stays on it for a long, extended period of time. If it fails,
7 days.
7 days. Oh, so
Yeah,
so
I'm
you
using
put the
this
you
in
put
my home campaign.
you
It's
put
nasty.
you put the disease on it initially if it hits.
Okay.
So yeah, you can make make a melee spell attack with advantage if you're using your DM's
Don't know how to do
inspiration.
that. How
Um,
do I
It's a
do?
D20 plus your spellcasting.
what's your
so-
what's your spellcasting modifier?
If you go into your sheet,
9.
9. So D20 plus 9 is what you want to roll with advantage to see if you can attach one of these sicknesses to
Ooh,
Iron.
slimy doom sounds good.
Oh, that's
with
the
advantage,
first
with
roll.
advantage.
Again.
Oh, we need a good one.
Oh, that roll though.
We need a good one.
One more time, one more time.
One more time.
One of my-
27, it hits. What?
Oh.
Which one of these diseases are you putting on her?
Ooh, the last one. Slimy doom.
Slimy
Yes.
Doom. The creature
Slimy
begins to
Doom.
bleed uncontrollably. The creature has disadvantage on Constitution checks and Constitution saving throws. In addition, whenever the creature takes damage, it is stunned until the end of its next turn.
What?
Nicely
What?
done.
What?
What?
This is such a nasty spell. I love it so much.
Oh, Zoss, when I was planning this
Slimy
encounter, I had no idea. When I was planning this encounter, this could be the wild
my
card
bitch.
This
of
is-
I love
this.
her.
This is the equivalent of, when like God sent the plagues with Moses.
Oh.
This is that.
Diana's
Contagion
bring in the
takes
plague.
And Ilmater.
Does it get to make its first Constitution saving throw now or only on its turns?
On its turn.
Oh.
At the end of its
Turn-
turn.
end of
On
its
its
turn.
turn.
At the end of its
Oh,
turn.
so it's inflicted with Contagion, Slimy Doom. As blood seems to start pouring out of her ears and other...
Oh.
And it's like almost like her gums begin to bleed right in front of Callista. And start to pour, blood starts to run like water out of her mouth and down her face.
That's great.
Oh, this is gross and brutal. And at that point, I think this is a great time to take our break for the evening.
Hell yeah!
Oh, my. Well done, folks. Well
Jeez.
done.
Jesus.
This is crazy stuff. Cleric crap happening here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa, stuff that I wasn't expecting. This is nice. Throwing the Dungeon Master some curveballs. I love it.
I'm so proud.
I kept this secret. I've been planning this for 3 weeks.
Nice. Way to go!
Only 2 people knew what I was going to cast, and that's Molfin and Callista.
Oh,
Wow.
nice. Well, we're going to go ahead
Wow.
and take a 5 to 7 minute break to refill drinks and get ready for the second half of this epic encounter against the ancient blue dragon Iamrith. It seems like, I don't know, it seems like the momentum has turned in the favor of our heroes as we get closer to the end of tonight's episode. So stick around, and we'll see you guys in just a few minutes.
BRB.
Stay tuned! welcome back, everyone, to a very exciting episode of Storm King's Thunder, episode 99, right here at Proficiency Bonus. And we are in the midst of a epic battle here with the ancient blue dragon Iamrith. As Diana just ran towards the creature, jumped up, grabbed just the slightest bit of her claw, and was able to inflict the creature with the slimy doom disease from her spell Contagion. Immediately she looks down. Ah, what is happening? His blood begins to spew. Diana, you still technically have a bonus action.
I don't know if you heard that. Diana?
Diana.
You still technically have a bonus action if there's anything you'd like to do. You're muted in our Discord.
I know, I'm sorry. My cat keeps on jumping on me and then ripping my headphones out of my ears.
Cast Slimy Doom on the cat.
There you go.
I don't think I have any bonus actions besides, like, spiritual weapon, but I can't cast 2 spells in an action, bonus action thing. So, no, I'm good.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
That brings us to our air elemental friend.
Cool.
Oops. Sorry, I went 1 too forward. So, air elemental could go.
Alright. Gonna slam down on this thing.
Okay.
Whoop.
It has advantage. A 12, unfortunately, is going to miss, though. Slams the ground next to him. A 20 will hit. And 8 points of damage, let me see, is enough to take him out. As the air elemental just slams him down, his body goes limp and just lays there bleeding out onto the sand.
Ready for Wraithdom, or whatever it's called.
I know the Wraith can't get closer.
You
You have to go closer to the dragon to get to it.
Not if it's
Oh, actually, that would have been blinded,
Wait,
but the
it's
14 would have still hit.
Could be
so,
this way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, their air elemental is still blind.
He's been blind this entire fight.
entire fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know how he feels.
This entire fight has only been about 30 seconds so far.
Yeah.
In the 5th round.
Oh,
All right. End of air elemental's turn.
Yeah.
All right, Ashlyn, you
I
are
think maybe he'll get
I'm
close
gonna
to
try
Ashlyn for
my-
backup just in case.
okay. You're still
Yeah.
blind. You can't see anything, Ashlyn. You're kind
I'm
of
gonna back up a little, like here-ish,
okay.
and just take 2 shots at it again if I can manage to not
Bang.
roll a natural 1 both times.
Disadvantage.
I know. Come on, Kensai Longbow. 27?
27 hits.
Okay. And this is, then I get to roll 2 more D8s.
Oh yeah, because the giant form, yes.
Yup. So, plus 15.
Oh.
24 points of damage for the first arrow.
And the second one is going to be a, nat
Ooh, a
1!
nat 1 again.
Oh,
It's ridiculous that
so
you get a 13 on a nat 1. I just think that's ridiculous.
not
So this
fair.
arrow flies. You hear, Ashlyn, all of a sudden, this terrible voice. Wait a minute. I remember you.
Oh!
It took us this long.
Gonna finish what I started with your friend at the Eye of the All-Father.
No, you ain't! As soon as I can see you!
You still have a
No, you.
you still have a bonus action, Ashlyn.
I can't do anything bonus action-y right now because I can't reach her.
Okay.
But I'm going to try to end my blindness again and fail. Probably.
Okay.
And fail.
And fail. Unfortunately, you're still
Yes.
blind, Ashlyn.
This is so frustrating.
At
Okay,
the end of your turn, Ashlyn, now that you hit her and she really recognizes you now, getting a good look at you, a bolt of static electricity comes flying towards you. A 24 to hit. Oh wait, advantage 25 because you're blind.
So just hit.
Just hits. You take 20 points of lightning damage as this thing zaps you from the edge of her fingertips. And that.
And I go, I think you got something on your nose.
Yes, blood's like running like rain out of her gums and her ears and things like that, and some of her wounds that she's collected so far. When you hit her with that arrow, it's almost immediately like blood started to run out and drip down from the wound.
Does that mean she's stunned?
Oh yeah, she's stunned.
Yeah.
Is she stunned?
If she takes damage.
In addition, whenever creature takes damage, it is stunned until
It's
the end
stunned.
of its
She is stunned.
turn.
So that doesn't happen. You can add that that damage back because she does not get to take those actions. She is stunned.
Good
So
job.
She's incapacitated.
till the end of her turn or
End of her turn.
end of her
yeah.
turn. So it is the end of her turn. When they're stunned, can they still fly?
Ooh.
Probably not.
I'm thinking she's fallen like a rock as she's incapacitated.
Oh boy,
true.
and she's right
No,
above that pit.
incapacitated just means nope, they can't take actions or reactions. So there's nothing that says that they
Oh.
would stop flying.
Okay, so strangely enough, which sounds odd to me,
But it's not going
That's
to
a-
say that it's going to be.
A stunned creature's incapacitated condition
Can't move, though.
can't
and can
move.
speak only faltering.
Can't
Can't move.
I
so
would
it
say
can't
she
flap
can't. I would
its
say she
wings.
couldn't flap her wings. I'd say she's plummeting. She's gonna fall. So she's falling. It would be the equivalent of like 30 feet. She's gonna slam onto the edge of that pit, then she's gonna roll into the pit, which is
Oh, no!
which is gonna be an additional 60 feet of 60 feet. So this dragon all of a sudden freezes up when that arrow hits her and slams into the edge. So that's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9 d6 worth of bludgeoning damage as she falls into the pit.
Take it.
So slash roll. That's 9d6 bludgeoning damage. 38 points of bludgeoning damage, and she disappears into this hole. Like she barely fits, but tumbles down into it. And you just hear a massive crash, and the whole room shakes just the slightest bit as she is now laying in the bottom of this pit.
What happened? Where'd you go?
Come on, roll 20. Help me out here. Thank you. 38 points of damage.
Hell yeah.
That's the end of her turn. So at the end of her turn, she is no longer stunned, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so she is no longer stunned.
And now she makes her con save for contagion.
Now she makes her con save for contagion. Thanks for the reminder. Constitution save for the first contagion. Here we go. What's the DC on this?
I think it's 17. Sauce is muted.
Let's see.
17.
35.
Oh!
Funny shit.
Oh! That 2 successes
Well,
now.
wait a minute. She has
Spell says disadvantage.
disadvantage, but a 17 I still think will succeed, right?
Yeah.
So even with disadvantage, it's a 17, and she still makes one success. I'm gonna write that on contagion.
Better than 2 successes.
Contagion, one success. Oh my
Only
goodness.
way she fails is with a nat 1.
That's pretty much
Yeah.
it. Yeah, she's got a nice Constitution modifier. The Wraith gets to go.
Okay, so the Wraith is no longer affected by its fear because it cannot see the bloody thing that it's terrified of.
True.
So it is going to look at the thing that just came over and tried to take a swipe at it, and it's going to swipe back.
Okay.
It's a 14.
Type 3. Let me double check. That will hit.
Okay. Needs to make a Constitution saving throw, and it takes 13 points of necrotic damage.
Let me put the damage in here first. Yep, it's still up. 13 points of damage. Looking rather rough as the Wraith basically scratches some of its life force out of it. You said Constitution saving throw for the
Yep.
type 3.
Actually, I should say, realistically, if this thing's not going to run away, there's not a whole... made it anyway.
Made it anyway? Okay.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
gonna say if it's not gonna run away, it's not much of a point because it's just a maximum HP reduction. So.
Got it. Yeah. All right. That would end the Wraith's turn, I believe, and bring us to Type 2, which there's only one of them left. Standing right next to Hecaton is going to go ahead and make 2 swipes at Hecaton with its snake arms, so 2 bite attacks. That's going to miss. And that's going to miss. Bring us to the Pure Blood. Who... Now seeing that this chaos is unfolding, and now that the dragon has disappeared underneath this pit, actually is going to go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Running this way. Molfin, it looks like this pure blood is just sprinting over in your direction.
Alrighty then.
That ends her turn and brings us to Lachlan.
All right. I am going to run up, let's see, 5, 10... I'm going to run up kind of alongside King Hecaton here,
Okay.
point at his little buddy, and say, watch how a little guy does it. I'm going to fire at it with the Oath Bow.
Okay, I think you have disadvantage because it's not your sworn enemy.
Well, I was reading, I think it's only if I try a different weapon.
Is it only if you have a different weapon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you just make a normal attack roll?
Yeah, this
Okay.
is just a normal... Although I do have an ally within 5 feet, so
You
I
do?
could get a sneak attack if this goes well
yes,
for me.
Yes, you do. Mm-hmm.
Oath Bow. Ooh, 11. I don't think-
11. Let me check Type 2.
Probably doesn't
It just misses.
Oh, and I look embarrassed at King Hecaton, and...
He kind of looks over to you with a strange look in his. You almost hit my leg.
Sorry, Your Highness. And turn.
And turn. Okay. You hear a terrible roar come from down within the pit. She is really mad. And she can still see Callista.
Oh.
So she is going to fire up a sonic bolt, static bolt, coming flying up towards Callista. A 26.
Philip.
So you're going to take, the first roll was a 22 lightning
Okay.
damage from this as it zaps in all through your air elemental form. And the sculpture is still banished. How many rounds? It's been 3 rounds now.
This will be the third round.
Third
Yeah.
round. Yep. Banished. And that brings us to Molfin.
Okay. And does this pure blood look like it's fleeing or is it charging towards me? What is it?
What's your passive insight?
That's 10 plus my 10 plus my wisdom, or 8 plus my wisdom. So it's a 9.
A 9. Not really
I
sure.
think. Okay. Oh. I don't bloody well trust her.
She doesn't really look like she's coming at you.
How does she look?
She looks like she's been hit. Yeah, she looks like she's been hit.
Bollocks, do I do it or not? Hold on. I'm gonna make an intelligence check right quick just to see if I'm feeling about doing something. No. Okay, Molfin is going to use his movement to get over here, and then a quick bonus action to once more Dagger Dark's Misty Step.
Okay.
What is the? I think it's 30 feet's the range on that. I don't think the range was any different.
Yeah, Misty Step is still 30 feet. Yeah, it's the same range. Yep.
And pop over here, and Molfin is going to hold his action
Mm-hmm.
until he is, until he can see the dragon.
Okay. Perfect. All right.
The held action is going to be a spell.
Okay. Callista. You're gonna get another
I forgot.
static bolt at the end of Molfin's turn.
Okay.
It flies up to you, a natural 1. It misses and slams into the ceiling above your head. Ah! Callista, you're up.
PTSD.
Oh, oh, this is tough. Oh, this is tough. What position is she in right now?
What do you mean, like what position?
Like, is she on her back? Is she on her stomach? Is she like all
Yeah,
twisted up?
Yeah, she, I believe dragons can be prone. Let me double check. Yes, she is prone. Imagine like somebody falling in a well. She's laying in a well.
Lassie.
60 feet
Lassie.
down. She's lying in it. And she's just like shooting these static electricities out of her arms up towards you. So yeah, she's kind of like laying on her back. It looks like she'll be able to shift around and get to where she can fly out, but
Okay.
she hasn't been
That
able
is
to do
called
that.
supine. She's on her spine.
Okay. So that changes things a little bit. I'm going to hold my action. Fly over here. Hold my action until she flies.
So she flies
And my
out.
blindness.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Holding your action, so Molfin's holding for sight. Callista's holding for when she flies out. Okay. Type 1. Are you like down on the ground or are you still flying way up high?
Me?
Yeah, in that position you're at on the map.
Yeah, she's still flying.
Flying. Okay, then this type
Yeah.
1 is going to run underneath you. And follow the pureblood in a sprint. The type 3 is standing right next to the wraith. So it's gonna go ahead and try to constrict the wraith again. Yeah. That terrible, terrible creature. Is gonna try to constrict. A natural 1.
I missed.
He cannot. So, wait, stay still. It misses again with its tail. That brings us to the top of the 6th round. Number 6. Hecaton, watching Diana like reach up and grab the dragon, is like, wait a minute. Seeing that his sword was like super tall, I could have. What? Ugh. And gets frustrated and begins to take its greatsword and slam down at this worm in front of him. So Hecaton makes a greatsword attack against the creature in front of him. 33 for 31 points of damage.
Oh.
Let me see if that creature's still alive. Surprisingly enough, that creature is still alive.
Wow.
As it smashes, you can see like sand like sort of fly up in the air around the sword, and it's just like stumbling around like kind of like a cartoon whenever they get slammed with something heavy, and they're just like got birds like flying around their head. So King Hecaton's gonna take his second swipe with his greatsword down at this creature,
Oh.
and that's gonna be a 27 for 32 slashing. So all of a sudden you watch as the sword comes down, and this thing is just it's gone. And he begins to use his movement. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. He gets right up to the edge, and he's looking down. Get up here! And he's like just holding the sword, like looking down at her within the lair. Speaking of lair.
Speaking of lair.
Oh. Stupid lair. Can we kill the lair?
I don't think you can kill the lair. You have to kill the dragon to destroy the lair.
Well, there is that flash.
Give us like 5 rounds, and I'll guarantee you we can kill the lair.
Let me double check something.
Dragon might survive it, but
Dragon can't use the same effect 2 rounds in a row. Perfect. Okay. Suddenly, lightning coalesces along the walls behind Ashlyn and on the other side of Lachlan, and basically is going to fire a line basically between Lachlan and Ashlyn this way. I need both of you to make, I believe it's a dexterity saving throw.
We're great at those.
Yeah, we're super good at those dex buds.
Yep, dexterity
Yep.
saving throws.
Dex buds, like I said.
Are you guys, is that both? That's a normal rule for both of you, right?
Yeah.
You both fail as the lightning shoots through you and electrocutes you. For you guys take 3d6 lightning damage, 10 points of lightning damage
Okay.
from the
Okay.
lightning bolt that zaps through you.
Reduced to 5 for both of us, right?
Yeah, for evasion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for evasion, reduced to 5. 5 points of lightning damage. Yes. And that's the end of the lair. So,
Skywalker.
Diane.
You would die.
That was good.
Skywalker.
Diana, you're up.
Hi. So I'm gonna move 30 feet over to Ashlyn, and let me see here. And I have a reach of 15, right?
Reaches 10, I believe.
I can't reach.
Yeah,
Wait.
you can reach her.
Yeah, you
Let me
can.
measure-
As long as you
let me
have one
measure
space in
this one
between.
more.
Yeah, you can reach her.
Why does that say 20? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Then
Because
it's
you're going from the
20, so-
center of yourself.
Yeah,
Oh.
you can definitely reach.
whoopsie.
I mean,
Well, okay. So I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration on her, which is what I should have done to myself in the first place.
Lesser restoration. Oh, curing the blindness.
Nice.
And
Oh, Diana.
Oh,
That
yeah.
has been so
Ashlyn.
useful.
Ashlyn, you feel this warm glow of Ilmater come about you, and you open your eyes, and it's like the sand is just all dissipated and floating in front of your eyes as Diana has her arm on your shoulder, and you can see Diana
Aw,
in front of
Diana,
you.
thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome.
And anything else,
All I'm
Diana?
gonna do is work. Pray to Ilmater. That's it.
That's it? Okay.
That's my turn.
Air Elemental.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm just gonna tell him to go forward and try to hit it.
Okay, try to hit one of those guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just gonna swing.
Okay, disadvantage because he's blind.
Disadvantage.
The first attack will hit, the second one will miss. Are you hitting the one behind?
I think this one?
Yeah,
Because I don't think he can reach this one.
definitely. So you
Yeah,
strike that
this
one for 14 points of bludgeoning damage. Slams. You almost do like a wrestling clothesline as he's trying to run, and the air elemental comes and just slams him, smashes him in the face.
And he
worried
gets
that these
his
guys are
whirlwind,
going
so he's gonna go into his space.
Go into
And
his
I need a
space?
dex save.
Dex save
Yeah.
for the
It recharged.
Malison. I believe that's that's the type 1. Type 1 Malison gets a dex save?
Yep.
Or is it strength?
Oh, sorry, strength save.
Yeah, it's strength. That will be a 21.
Pass. So you're not prone, and he takes half
Takes half damage.
of 50.
15.
Oh, I'm over
So
there.
that's,
So, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's as you swarm around him, he jumps out of the whirlwind, but you can see that he's taken a lot of damage, and it looks like he's showing a lot of wounds and wear and tear. Anything else that the air elemental can do?
That's it.
All right, make a save for the blindness.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see.
We've been making saves for blindness this whole encounter, and he's still blind.
It's not going anywhere.
Still blind. Ken, now when you moved, Callista, are you still in sight of the dragon?
I guess so.
Why?
Okay, so that dragon is going to shoot once again at you, using another one of its legendary actions to shoot another static bolt your way. 27 to
Oh.
hit for 19 lightning damage as it zaps your elemental form once again. This electricity just keeps going on and on. I believe that brings us to Ashlyn's turn.
Oh, what would Ashlyn do?
Leap in the pit wailing about.
That's what Ashlyn would do, right?
Oh,
Ashlyn,
No.
you are mine, and she is going to run to the pit and leap down.
You can jump into the
Oh my
pit?
god.
Yep,
Yes.
she's gonna jump in the pit.
Yes.
This might change things. Never mind.
Ashlyn
And
runs to the pit and just swan dives. And it's like slow motion as Ashlyn falls towards the dragon. Yeah, you can do that, Ashlyn. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to land on her and slam her with my staff.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's make an acrobatics check. You
Not great.
just do it.
Okay, cool.
You land on her back. You are going to take some fall. Well, how much monks with fall damage? How far you have to fall
Yeah, does
before you
she
can
take
take?
fall damage?
I don't think she
damage.
takes fall damage if it's 60 feet.
5 times 60. You'd have to roll above a 60.
60 points of damage?
Yeah, it's 5 times my monk level, and I'm level 12. So you have to roll 60.
Can
bludgeoning
can
damage.
66 get there?
She's basically
No.
a cat.
No. Okay. No, I'm not gonna roll.
you literally have to fall 110 feet
Dang.
to get 11d6.
Monks, folks. Monks.
To
All right.
even have a chance if you
Ashlyn
hit everything
swan
fine.
dives, does 3 somersaults as she's falling, and lands right on. Actually, you land on her stomach because she's still laying on her
Yeah.
back, like shooting up these shocks towards Callista. Yeah,
I just want to try to slam her. in the
9.5.
face.
slam her face. Go ahead. You have advantage because she is technically prone.
Yeah, my plan too.
26.
Yes.
Well, that's 8, but I
8.
get to roll 2d6.
Yep. Additional
so that
damage
would
because
be-
you're a massive
11.
giant.
Yes.
So
And I'm going to
that's
do that
19
again.
damage.
Yes. Try to do that again with a.
21
21?
unfortunately does not break through her scale armor.
Okay, I'm just gonna punch her in the face then.
The 22 just hits. Yes.
Okay. With 8 bludgeoning.
8, and you get to roll that twice more, right, for giant?
I don't know if my fists get. I do? My fist?
Yep.
I believe they do. Yeah, it's strength
Yeah,
based,
you're-
right? Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Oops. And 6 more damage, so.
14.
It's all
Additional
magical.
14
Like, slamming-
points. Slamming down on top of her. Yeah, you
Yeah.
smack her with the first one. The second one deflects off of her scales, and then you just take it, just backhanded fist shot right in her face. It bounces off the side of the wall. Yeah, you will not stop me. Anything else,
Yes, I
Ashley?
No.
All right, it's her turn.
I'm gonna say Harshnag says hello.
Okay.
Oh!
Has she? Oh wait, she did take damage, but she was. Never mind.
Oh, she did take damage.
And she
yes,
did
but
take
she's not stunned on her turns, though, right?
Were you
I think she's
That's
still
it.
until the end of her turn, right?
damage. Yeah, until the end of her turn.
still the end of
I
her
thought that
turn?
she was.
Yeah, so
I thought
that
she was
would
stunned during
that,
the round,
that would
and then on her.
stun her again.
Yay!
So you stun her once again. She does at the beginning of her round get all of her legendary actions back, but she
Okay.
is stunned. As she
Good
stands,
job.
she sits there. Her head smashes off, and you can see that she's just the static electricity just zapping off of all of her. But she's like just frozen up, as she can't quite move. I think she has to make her Constitution saving throw again.
Yes, she does.
So she's gonna go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw against Contagion with disadvantage.
Oh, she failed!
She failed one. She rolled a natural one.
Oh.
That is a failure against Contagion.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. And that's the end of her turn. It's the
And
ra-
she is now no longer stunned.
Yeah.
Right.
She's stunned until the end of her turn.
Yes.
Right.
So
Until she
she's,
takes
yep,
damage
So
again.
now she's
Yep,
back.
until she takes damage.
Yeah,
So
she's back
she's
now.
no longer stunned. Okay, and it's the Wraith's go.
Wraith is gonna attack this thing again. It's 14.
14 hits.
Okay, and that's 20 points of necrotic damage.
Kills it. It drops into the ground,
Nice.
lifeless in front of the Wraith.
Okay, then it is going to then use its movement to fly over towards where the other things are heading. That'll end its go.
And let's go. Okay. At the end of the Wraith's turn, since Ironworth is no longer stunned, she is going to go ahead and use a tail. She can do a tail attack as a legendary action against Ashlyn. She will be making it with disadvantage because she is technically prone. So here comes the tail with disadvantage. 29.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So the tail comes swinging over the side and slams you for 14 bludgeoning damage.
Gotcha.
Ashlyn.
We found something that can hit Ashlyn.
You finally found something that can hit her. And that
I don't like it.
brings us to the type 2, which is, I think, the only one left is the one standing by the air elemental, who now being attacked by it is going to attack back with 2 bite attacks against the air elemental. An 11
Nope.
and a 7.
Wow.
Nope.
And he's going to go ahead and attempt to run.
Oh wait, it has advantage.
Oh, it does have advantage, yes.
So
So
the
the first one will do 7 piercing.
Okay.
And if you'd like to make an opportunity attack, he is going to run away
Sure.
as he uses his movement to run away without disengaging.
Ooh,
Oh,
that
that
one.
one. He gets away as you... It's odd that the air elemental would whiff and catch nothing but air.
Yep.
But the pureblood, who is standing there, continues to run.
Should we be concerned where they're running to?
And gets sprints all the way into that kind of
Other room. Yeah.
opening in that area. At the end of the pureblood's turn, Ironworth is going to use another tail attack against Ashlyn. With disadvantage, because she's technically still prone.
That's fine. I'm just gonna take it because
19.
Nope.
Nope. It's unable to hit you. You keep on dodging out of the way. It's like trying to roll its tail back around and like slam you, and it actually almost hits herself. That ends that turn, and Lachlan, you're up.
Alrighty. Seeing these things running a bit, I'm going to, use my movement, my kind of action 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, I think I see one here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Definitely see one.
I'm gonna fire a little oath bow at it.
Oath bow, here it comes. Knocking an arrow, firing a shot.
A 13!
Let me double check. I think that might get close. It hits.
Oh, okay. Okay, and I think this is a regular hit, so...
Yep, be a regular attack roll.
7 damage.
7 damage. You shoot it in the back. It stumbles down, lands on a knee, looks back really quickly, and just gets back up again. It looks like it's very hurt.
Oh.
But he's still...
End turn.
He's still in it. End turn. The sculpture is banished for a 4th round. Molfin, you're up.
Okay. So, seeing that this thing still hasn't put up, Molfin is just going to turn around, point backwards at that thing that's running away.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as his initial plan got flushed down the toilet. And is going to mutter a couple of words and then point out a finger at the fleeing Yanti.
Okay.
Cast Finger of Death.
Are you going with the Malison or are you going with the Pureblood?
I can't see the Pureblood, so we'll say the Malison.
The Malison.
Isn't that like a little overkill?
Constitution saving throw.
We're saying
for the
it's
type
a
1.
Molfin.
Is it even worth it? If it saves, it takes half.
It is definitely not worth it. As this beam of negative energy just goes
Oh, but it's a
Molfin's
zombie.
not even looking. He just turns around and zaps, and you watch. It's kind of like the camera's on the front of Molfin, and there's the Yanti in the background. He just looks back and zaps it, and you just watch it fall. He doesn't even turn around to look, and this thing just hits the ground.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a zombie.
It now raises as a zombie under
Oh,
Molfin's control.
do you have a zombie token that you can pull out there?
I'm
Oh,
pretty
God.
sure I
All
do.
right, it's a zombie with
Oh.
a snake head.
Oh, that's
pretty cool.
That is a tiny flippin' token, but hey, it works.
Oh yeah, what's going on there? That's weird.
Huh.
You got a tiny zombie. Here, I'll make it bigger. There you go. It's a little bigger.
And Molfin's eyes go wide, as Molfin is not home anymore.
No, you made the save. You have advantage, right?
Yeah.
Which is a 17 or a 12 on it. Let me check. I think it's an 18.
Oh, is it 18?
Let me double check.
No.
Oh.
Hey, remember when that fight was going in our favor?
Save DC 18.
18. Molfin is no longer home as he zaps that zombie into existence.
Now, should I roll for the zombie, or you want him to just run on my initiative?
He'll run on your initiative.
Okay.
Would you like him to just... He can go ahead and go.
Well, would Molfin be the one giving it the order as it's been raised, or would...
Yeah, we'll wait till your next turn.
Okay.
Okay. Before Callista's turn, Imra's going to use her last legendary action for this round to make another tail attack against... Or Imra's going to attack Ashlyn again with a tail.
Okay.
With disadvantage. A 19 is going to miss again.
Nope. Yep.
So that's all of her legendary actions. Callista, you're up.
Okay, well, my plan changed. So I'm
Everything went
gonna.
I
up.
ruined so many.
Everything went out the window when Ashlyn did that. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
Ashlyn is on top of the dragon down in the pit.
I mean, yeah, we should have accounted for this variable. So Callista is going to land.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but it's like, what would Ashlyn do?
It's fine.
She would go.
As a
ape
bonus
shit
action,
on this
she'll
thing.
drop her form,
Okay.
and as an action, she will drink the potion.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh. So Callista is now
Gigantic.
that size.
Yeah.
And she pulls out her Staff of the Woodlands and just holds.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice. That's the end of Callista's turn. The type 1s are all gone.
Nice.
The type 3s are all gone.
Nice.
That brings us to the top of the 7th round of combat. King Hecaton, standing there, is going to ready an action for when he believes Iamrith is going to fly out of there. He's going to swipe with his sword twice if that dragon comes out of that pit.
Okay.
Seeing Ashlyn now there, like, pounding on the dragon down there, he doesn't want to jump down there too because it might get a little too crowded down there. The lair action goes off. Oh boy.
I'm not in the lair.
Okay. Can it get... Nope, can't get him. Air Elemental, Wraith, Lachlan, Diana, Molfin. The cloud of sand once again.
Oh.
All around you. I need Constitution saving throws.
I'm already blind!
Well, Callista, that's yeah. It wouldn't matter for the air elemental, but everybody else.
Like,
no.
he hasn't been making his saves. He's already blind.
Molfin, you are blind. Lachlan, you are blind.
Just
Wraith.
1 second.
The Wraith is not blind.
Oh.
Oh, great.
Constitution save. Guess what? She fails.
Was your first? Yeah, even with your first roll,
It was a
you failed.
13.
You are blind, Diana.
I hate it here.
So if you are one of the ones affected by blindness, please put a little eyeball
yeah.
next to your character so we remember. Don't forget to make our saving throws at the end of our turns.
Dang it.
The blindness is
Yes.
terrible. Diana, it comes to your turn.
I think that might have just interrupted a plan. Because I think my next... Let me just double check one just well, because I'm pretty sure it says that I see I'm trying to heal you guys. I am. It's just that I have to heal you based off of sight. It won't expand. Why is it being slow? Sorry, it just doesn't want to expand at all. There we go. Any number of creatures within range.
So you don't need to see.
See you guys. Yay! Okay. I believe I've got. Oh wait, Ashlyn went to the bottom of the pit, right? So she's probably not within 30 feet of me.
Yeah, Ashlyn's
But I've
60
got-
feet down.
All right, but I've got Lachlan. I think Callista moved. Try to move my giant character sheet. Is Molfen within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
I'm like, oh wait,
Yeah, yeah.
that's Ashlyn. I'm right next to you for some reason.
You're only like
like
you're only like
here.
20. You're only like 15 feet away from Molfen. Yeah, Ashlyn's more down in the pit.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I think I'll move up a little bit just to try to get to Callista a little bit closer, just to see
Okay.
if I can get to her.
Oh, you don't need to. I'm full because I dropped Ariel.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm good. Don't worry about me.
This isn't for like a healing thing. This is for Beacon of Hope, so that way when
Oh,
I do heal
gotcha.
you guys,
Mm.
Gotcha.
yeah, so that
I
way when I
understand.
do heal you guys, it's like you can get
Full.
the maximum amount.
Yeah. Then yeah, that makes sense.
Of digits. Sorry, I just want to measure real quick. Okay. No. Alright, so I won't be able to get Callista or Ashlyn, but I'll get the gnomes. So, Beacon of
You
Hope.
get a Hecaton?
Oh yeah, I can also get
Yeah.
Hecaton. Beacon of Hope. So you guys
Beacon of Hope.
have advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving
Oh, you can
throws.
get Callista, yeah.
Oh, I could? Okay,
Regains
cool.
a maximum number of hit points possible from any healing.
That's
Oh.
nice.
Yes.
So that's
So
30
that's
feet.
how many.
So you're gonna get everybody within 30 feet. Is that what happens? Or
Yes.
choose any number
Within
of creatures.
30
Any
feet.
number of creatures within 30 feet. Hecaton is probably within 30 feet. Let's see.
Yeah,
he is.
Hecaton
Yeah,
is.
he is.
I'm there.
What is a good
Close
icon we
also,
can use for
apparently.
Beacon of Hope tonight? Let's see.
Um.
What's a good little picture we can use?
Oh, and I include myself in that.
What's a hopeful beacon? Maybe this heart?
Yeah,
heart.
that's
You see
cute.
Or
that,
that
that
flag.
half heart? That's like one of the first couple.
I would say this flag.
A flag?
Or this flag. Whichever flag. Like, it's a beacon.
Beacon, so it's a flag. So you got a flag? Is it
Sorry.
like a? Is it like a
This looks like bacon of hope.
Or this
A
angel
beacon.
wing.
Beacon of Hope?
There are angel wings at the bottom, too.
Oh yeah, let's do the angel
Angel
wings.
Angel wings. Okay, that's Beacon of
Cute.
Hope. Yeah, we'll put angel wings on for Beacon of Hope. So if you got angel wings, you are affected by the Beacon of Hope.
Yay.
Can a zombie be affected by a Beacon of Hope?
I don't. I would not cast it on the zombie.
You wouldn't cast it on the zombie? Why not there, Diana?
No.
Oh, poor.
'cause
Would you cast it on the Wraith?
no,
How about the Wraith?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
Diana,
yeah, that's
separation of
Very
church and
good.
state.
Very good. What would you? Anything else you'd like to do, Diana?
No, I believe that completes all of my activities.
Okay, make a saving throw to see if you're no longer blind.
Oh yeah.
Molfen, indeed, Molfen.
Oh no.
But I don't know. Molfen's blind.
Constitution.
Constitution.
I
You are
failed.
failed. You are blind still.
That is
Yeah,
understandable.
unfortunately, you're still unable to get the sand out of your eyes, Diana. The air elemental gets to
Yeah.
go, who's been blind this whole encounter.
This whole encounter. This is fine. Disadvantage.
Are you attacking the zombie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
The air elemental wants to destroy the zombie that Molfen raised.
our side?
Sorry, he doesn't know he's blind.
He's
He's,
blind,
going
he's-
after movement.
I think a 19 is going to hit a zombie.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, 20 points of bludgeoning damage to the zombie.
It's still alive.
Still alive. You going to make a second
Oh.
swipe?
Well, undead.
20.
No, it's disadvantage, so it's 11, and so I think only one hits.
Oh, you made the 11. Okay, I didn't see the 11 above. Yeah, so only one's gonna hit. It's still up.
No, both will hit.
Oh,
Wait, what?
11
And
hits.
11 hit.
Oh wow, 11 hits a zombie.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, buddy.
Okay, I think they get to make a
Okay.
saving throw. I think when they get to
Yes,
reduce to
they do.
0
I don't
to see if they
think-
still survive.
Yep. I don't think it'll matter because I don't think it can make the save.
Yeah, because of the damage, the amount of damage it took. Yeah.
I'll have it roll anyway.
Yeah, give it a whirl. See what happens. Never know.
Nope.
Nope. All right, yeah, that you crash into this thing and pieces of it just fly all over the place and get swept up.
And
into
then
your
he
elemental
just
form.
keeps moving forward then.
Okay. And
Because he has 90 feet of movement.
excellent. And go ahead
So
and
he could get.
oh, you gonna whirlwind?
Well, he can get. Yeah, he
Okay.
can get to whirlwind him.
Okay, cool. That's a strength save.
He's on a warpath.
Strength save. This is gonna be bad. I have a feeling. Oh, a 19.
So he
Oh.
takes 12, a half of 12, 6.
6. I'm gonna have to move your token quickly.
Yep, sorry.
So just 6 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's not looking good at all as she swept up into this air elemental form. Go ahead and make your Constitution save to see if you can see.
Probably
Air
not, but
elemental.
okay.
Let's give it a shot. I think this is gonna be the time. Yes!
He did it!
The air elemental just did it. The air elemental can see. This
Wow.
sand has been sweeping through this vortex of air elemental like energy, and finally the sand has been dispersed. You can take the eyeball off of your air elemental token.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Alright, Ashland's gonna yell up, "Am I impeding anyone else's vengeance?"
King Hecaton yells down, "Of course! Get out of the way!"
Fine! Alright, so
No!
how far down am I? 65 feet?
Just finish him.
60
60 feet.
Her.
Okay, so I'm gonna just start wailing on her again. If I can. 22, because she's prone.
Advantage, yes, you hit. 22 just hits. 13 plus your additional giant damage.
Yep. So, 5. And then,
That's
another
18
one.
damage for the first attack.
31.
Jesus.
31. Oh, that is going to be big. Yes. Oh, only plus 1.
Oh, no, bummer.
You get to add your giant damage though, so that's 11 on that
Giant
hit.
damage. 12, that's good.
So yeah,
And
I'm
2
gonna do-
more, you double the dice.
yes,
I
you
did,
double
right.
the dice.
Oh,
So you
I doubled
rolled
the
two
dice.
You
more
roll
D8.
4 d8s,
Yeah.
so that's additional 12
2d8. Plus 5.
plus an additional
5 bolts.
5.
And then I'm gonna do Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
20 points, so I'm going to do a. I'm gonna try to punch her in the face again.
Yes,
that's so
another
far.
crit.
So those roll.
13 damage plus your additional damage.
And then I'm gonna
Plus an additional 13 damage.
poke her in the eye.
Oh,
Jesus.
my
Christ.
character! This is my character!
Yes.
Whoa! Three Stooges down there.
13 damage plus an
Three
additional
crits.
22.
Oh!
I am not liking this blue dragon.
No kidding.
Ashlyn is going into if a monk could rage like a barbarian, that's what you see.
Yes.
The Callista and King Hecaton, that's what you see as you're looking down into this pit. As Ashlyn just
I
starts
feel-
wailing down on this dragon.
I feel like Callista and Hecaton are like locking eyes, like, oh shit.
And the dragon is
It was for Harsnag.
blood
I'm
is
gonna-
just spewing everywhere, flying everywhere because it runs like water out of her as you're making these impacts.
I'm
So
gonna
she's
spit
stunned.
on her face,
She's stunned.
and then I'm gonna walk the 60 feet up the side of the wall.
She walks out. She just like does like the casual walk up the wall as she walks all the way up to the top, and,
Yep.
and the dragon's just laying there, almost like, kind of like Loki after Hulk smashes him a bunch of times, like just lying there.
Puny god.
So, yep, that's what I did.
And that's the start of her turn. She is stunned, but she gets all of her legendary actions back. And I believe she makes a contagion check.
Yeah.
Come on, fail it.
Yes,
This
she
is
do.
Constitution.
DC
Here we go.
17.
17.
Isn't
A
that-
natural
yes!
1.
Oh, shit!
What
Oh,
is happening?
All of them good rolls.
What? That's 2 fails. 1 fail away from this lasting 7 days.
Oh my
We need to roll some more crits, so she's more likely to roll a 1. That's how roll
Yeah.
20 works.
Wow. Wow. I cannot
this.
believe
I love this. You know,
what is
some might say the
happening
spell
here
is
tonight.
broken or whatever. I say that it is working for me.
Hashtag. Hey, everybody's gonna start worshiping Ilmater now.
Yeah.
So that's the end of her turn then. So she's no longer stunned, I believe, at the end of her turn, right? Is that how it works? So she's no
I
longer
guess
stunned.
so.
It's the Wraith's go.
So the Wraith was chasing after the Pureblood.
And it looks like the air
I was
elemental
gonna-
is chasing after him now.
Oh, the Wraith can get all the way up there. It's got 60-foot movement,
Okay.
and it's going to take an attack at it.
I think a
12.
12 is gonna just hit. Let me check. It does. It hits.
Okay, so that is 26 necrotic.
Oh, wow.
She dies. As the Wraith
Okay.
2 8s on the
storms
dice,
the yeah. Anything else the Wraith can do?
Nope, that was it.
All right. The type 2s are dead. The pureblood is dead.
Nice.
Lachlan.
Well, can't see much. I'm gonna step around. I feel a very big person here, so I'm gonna kind of step around them so that I can have a clear
you're
shot.
feeling around. Yeah, you're still
Yep.
blinded.
And I'm listening for the flap of wings. If I sense like the flap of wings in the air coming up out of the pit, I'm gonna knock a random arrow. I'm gonna eeny, meeny, miny, moe it, and
Okay.
hold an action to shoot whatever comes up.
Excellent. Perfect. Make note of that so we remember.
Alrighty.
Ooh, does the sculpture?
The sculpture does not go.
Sculpture.
Oh,
Wolfen
wait.
still has concentration.
Oh no, that damn sculpture!
I'm going to say he's still gone. So that's 5.
Oh.
Okay.
At the end of the sculpture's turn, Iamrith fires a bolt of electricity up towards Ashlyn.
Okay.
And see right on the edge. So he's going to use a
Okay.
legendary action to shoot a static bolt.
Okay.
And that's going to miss.
Yeah.
As it just hits the edge of the surface of the floor there, right underneath your feet. That brings us to Molfin. Molfin, your spell is gonna go off. How big's the radius?
It's a 20-foot radius.
Should have come up on the other side.
Okay, it's
Of
gonna
the
go
pit.
behind. It's gonna go. It wants to hit Diana, and it's gonna hit Lachlan as well.
Okay.
So I think the air elemental and the wraith will be safe. Yes. Actually, wait a second. It might
Might
be.
be a 40-foot circle.
Yeah, it's gonna get
So, okay.
Hecaton, and it's gonna get. I think it can get Ashlyn too,
Okay.
and will make.
kinda
And it's gonna
saving
miss you. So actually, Molfin, you can take a couple steps back, actually towards the northeast. Just take like 2 steps back, and you watch Molfin just start putting his hands together like this, and he goes.
Gramps, what are you doing over there?
Crap.
And
hear
synaptic static erupts all around you
Oh.
guys as you
Right.
need to make an intelligence saving throw.
I've got so much intelligence too.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Ooh,
Lachlan makes it. Ashlyn fails.
Ashlyn
Ashlyn
fails. As the evil in
Oh,
Lachlan,
I'm
the evil that he's been wielding, takes over for a split second and causes chaos
God.
amongst the party.
What?
I wipe my
What's
nosebleed
the
away.
thing again? Intelligence?
Intelligence save.
Intelligence
yes.
save.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you make
You
it.
make it. I think
Okay,
an 18
yay,
makes it,
Diana.
right?
Yep. And then Hecaton.
Hecaton, that's right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
no
Intelligence
worries.
save. Oh boy. Intelligence save.
Yeah, intelligence aren't my thing either. It's cool.
Hecaton
He
just
makes
makes it.
So everybody except for Ashlyn takes half damage.
Okay.
I'm a.
So,
How much damage is it?
Am I
Ashlyn
gonna
takes
die?
23, everyone else takes 11. And Ashlyn, you are now have muddled thoughts.
Okay.
You roll a d6 and subtract from all attack and ability checks, as well as oh, you don't have any concentration, so
Okay.
So I take half of that?
Yep.
yeah, you take 11.
11 points of damage.
Okey-doke.
As Molfin seems to have cast a spell in all of your direction, and you guys get this strange headache as you reach up to your heads.
I roll concentration.
And also, Molfin, I believe that as a caster, you can just end a concentration on a spell, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so the sculpture that you banished reappears within pretty much 10 feet of you, Molfin. As it just and just appears back on the map.
I should have stayed in the pit.
And yeah, that's a concentration check.
Yeah,
to have.
concentration check for Diana for
Okay.
Beacon of Hope.
How I do that?
11 points of damage means you have to roll a 10 or above.
Yeah, so it's a
Okay.
constitution check.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, constitution saving throw. Okay.
Yeah, saving throw.
Yay.
You do.
You're fine.
You succeed.
How can I succeed on that, but then not the blind?
Molfin, I believe you're still blind, so you can make a Constitution save to see if you're no longer blind. Which you still are blind.
Sorry.
Callista, you're up.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to slam my staff down, and thousands of thorns start to wrap around the bottom of this pit.
Beautiful.
Oh.
You're turning the bottom of the
So-
pit into a thorn thicket.
Like a briar
10
Yeah,
feet
briar
tall.
patch. Nice.
Yep. So I need a dex save from her.
Dexterity saving throw. Does the prone condition mean she has disadvantage?
I think so. I don't know.
Saving throws. Let me double check. She technically is prone.
It only says disadvantage on attack rolls. Attack roll against
Yeah.
creature has advantage if attackers within 5 feet. Nothing about saving throws.
So basically, she can just kind of like roll out of the way, I guess. So she's gonna make a dexterity save. I believe that's what it is. Yeah. Dexterity save for Iamrith.
Oh, yes, she has disadvantage on dex.
Why does she have disadvantage on dex?
I don't know. It's part of this spell. Hang on, let me.
No, it's a Constitution that she has disadvantage
Constitution.
on.
So she
Oh,
takes
dang
half
it.
of 39,
Half of
I
39.
read the wrong thing.
Nice.
and she's gonna take more if she tries to like get out of it.
So half of 39. And she is entangled by a bunch of thorny briars down at the bottom of this pit. How tall did you say it was? 40 feet?
10 feet high, 5 feet, or
10
a
foot
circle
high.
that has 20 foot diameter and 20 feet high.
Okay, so
5
it's
feet
20
thick.
feet high. Nice. Good job, Callista. Anything else?
I'm just gonna instruct the air elemental to deal with the statue, and I will hold where my position so I could be flanking if she comes up for hackathon.
King Hecaton was thinking about jumping down into that pit until he saw a bunch of thorny briars appear. And it's like... and... He's
Throw your sword.
He reaches down and rips off a chunk of the edge of the pit and looks over to the statue and whips a rock at the statue. You can tell he's getting really frustrated that he hasn't been able to do what he's wanted to do in this battle so far. Here comes a rock at the statue. 25 is going to hit for 29 points of bludgeoning damage.
And it was a nice rock throw.
Let me double check a sculpture.
It's been so long since you've had to pull it up.
I know it's been like an hour and a half.
Is it like a siege?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we're being raided with a party of 2.
Oh,
Takeshi Strike, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, so it's gonna take. Unfortunately, it's gonna only take half of this damage. So, 14 bludgeoning points. As this rock slams and splits and just dissipates all through. Diana, you can't see, but you can feel some of the pebbles of rock deflect off of your armor. That ends Hecaton's turn. Lair actions. Callista. The roof begins to fall in on top of you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please. As rock and sand tumble from above.
I'm sorry, who's this?
Callista. The ceiling is coming down on top of her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you roll out of the way as the sand forms a pile next to you, and the rocks slam and roll down. Some of them roll down into the pit a little bit, into the briars. You are safe.
What's the effects of the giant potion again? It's double your hit points and what?
3 times your damage of weapon-like
Okay.
attacks.
Yep.
Based on strength.
Here, I'll put it in chat.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
thank
If you
you.
could throw it in chat, I can't think of all of them. Definitely raises your hit points by a lot. Diana, you're up. You're blind,
Hey,
but
I've
you
been
do have a
discussing
beacon of
with
hope.
Party chat. I do have beacon of hope. So we've been discussing all of the mechanics of how Roll20 is a broken, cursed website.
The way the rules are going tonight, they're definitely going in your favor. That's for sure.
Yep.
I mean,
No, our
it
Twitch
can
has
be
been pointing out
broken.
they made changes to Contagion that Roll20 hasn't updated.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
in
the spell is
2018.
completely back afterwards in Roll20.
Well,
Unfortunately.
we're just gonna go with it how we have it, and it's okay. Trust me, if I would have kept the encounter the way it was in the book, you guys would have won this a long time ago.
Oh.
This
Oh,
encounter is
I believe it.
highly
It's buffed?
doctored by Mr. Michael.
Oh.
So
Oh, he
don't
said-
worry,
he said,
chat.
I'm trying to kill at least
I'm balancing it
one
a
of y'all."
lot better than it was when it was in the book.
Okay. I am. Let me just see something really quick here. Choice of your point within range. Okay, and that range is.
Yeah.
60
Whoa!
feet.
Dan on the Moon is here with
Whoa.
2,500 bits.
Welcome,
Whoa.
Dan.
Welcome, Dan on the Moon.
Dan on the moon.
And yes, Scythian Nightingale,
Thank you.
I am getting sassy. I am now not only the humble and merciful, I am the sassy
But
dungeon
sassy.
master.
Yes.
Sassy.
You are pretty sassy.
Okay. So, Mass Cure Wounds is saying that I can cast it at any point within 60 feet, but now I need to. What is the radius of that? Is that.
Can you post
Uh-oh.
it? Can you post it in the chat on what the wording is?
Oh, a 30-foot radius. Okay, it's a 30-foot radius. So a 30-foot radius anywhere that I see fit. So that would get Hecaton, that would get Lachlan, and Callista. Okay, so about like right next to Molfin, I'll cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay, yeah, so you're gonna get everybody.
Nice.
Everybody except Mr. Wraith and Mr. Air Elemental probably out there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Wraith and Mr. Air Elemental. So
You all
whatever
only think that was an accident. That was Molfin in there. He was just attacking Diana.
You guys feel the warmth of Ilmater come over you, and you all heal
Um,
19 hit points.
Well, because of Beacon of Hope, it says that they get the max amount of healing that they can
Ooh-wee,
get. Does
yes.
that mean
So that means
that
all
you get
those
the
are
triple
sixes
five
plus
and
5.
I only get
It's
19.
8.
Or 8s is
Eight.
a
So
d8?
it's 29.
29 hit points to everybody. Restored.
Oh.
Except for me.
Max.
No, I'm okay with that.
Nice.
No, including you. Why would
I
I
don't Beacon
include
of
you?
Hope.
Now wait a second. Does mass cure
you
wounds
do get
require you to see? Because you are
Oh,
blinded.
I checked, and it just said a point. It just said
Yeah,
a point of your
Point?
choice
Okay,
within range.
perfect.
A point of choice, yeah.
Excellent.
So you get 19, Ashlyn.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you and Callista both get 19, and so does
I'm good.
Hackathon, I believe.
19 for Hecaton?
No, he
29,
gets all of it.
right?
He's the beacon of hope.
Yeah, he has a beacon of hope, so 29.
Oh, okay then. Yes, then 29 for him.
Wow, you filled
And 18
Hecaton
for
to
Ruby.
full.
And that includes me.
Nice. Well done
Okay,
again,
and I get to
Diana.
make this one.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
Diana.
Thank you. I made a con save.
I don't think Contagion's a concentration spell either, right?
It's not.
It's
No,
not.
it's not.
Beacon of
No,
hope.
it's not.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
I think that's why they did the errata.
Yeah, I think that's probably why. Yeah. Whoa, there.
Yeah.
I can see how this spell
Yeah,
could be
you know.
broken. Okay. Diana, end of your turn?
Yes, and I made my con save.
You did, so you're
which
no
is a
longer
16.
blind. Yes, you made it. You got a 16. You're no longer blinded.
Nice.
At the end of Diana's
Oh, yeah.
turn, I believe Ironrith is no longer stunned because of...
She took damage
Did
from
she take
the
She
damage?
took damage from the thorns.
She did. Yep, so she is stunned. Never mind.
Nice.
Air Elemental.
Eller and Elemental is gonna buy the raise the drink. They're gonna go to a bar. Look for some giant babies to kill.
Oh god. Yeah, I think he's just gonna go. Wait, grab him. There we go. Cause he can see.
He can see, finally. For the first time in probably 45 seconds.
First time in forever.
Slamming the sculpture. Let me double check the sculpture's armor class. The first one hits, the second one does not.
Okay.
So it's 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Are they considered magical?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Can you double check your air elemental sheet for me?
Yeah, I'm checking.
Because it will matter for this creature.
It doesn't say.
Okay,
so
then
probably not,
Probably not.
on
so-
him.
Yeah,
Just me.
doesn't seem to do as
It
much
might be a
damage as
druid
the
thing,
air
though.
elemental would have thought it would as it slams into
Okay.
him. End of elemental's turn.
Yes.
Okay. Did you have to roll to see if he recharged his whirlwind?
Oh yeah, good point. Nope, he does not.
All right. That brings us to Ashlyn, standing on the edge of this pit, staring down at a stunned Iamrith. It's been surrounded by thorns.
Get back
So
down
like-
there.
Yeah, if I shoot an arrow at it, it's not. It's at disadvantage though, right?
she's
Yes,
prone?
because she's prone. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna hold my turn until she flies up.
Okay.
Is that possible?
Yeah, you can hold an action for if she flies out of the thorns. Sure.
Or should I go after the statue that nearly killed me too? I don't know. There's so many things. So many things.
So many options.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to see if she flies up.
Okay. Holding your action for flying up. Beginning of... Now, does she stay stunned till the beginning of her
Actually,
turn?
till her next turn. Yeah. So I'm gonna take 2 shots at the statue. Actually.
Statue. Okay. Sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna move over there.
Are you going to run over and attack with your staff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I squeeze there next to Wolfen? Or
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Dan.
Whoa! Dan on the moon, another 2,500 bits.
Thank you, Dan on the moon.
Thank you, Dan.
We love you, Dan.
Man, those bits are going to
Dan, you're
definitely.
crazy.
Those are the blessing of Elmater right there.
And I considered flanking with the air elemental.
Yes. So that is a advantage. That is a critical hit against the sculpture. Man, you're not getting too good on the extra dice rolls there.
No, but that's 48, right?
Yeah, 48. Which is incredible.
Yep, 48.
Oh, that's not good at all.
Oh.
yeah,
Ooh.
the dice are kind of low on the crit hits
Yeah.
here. Initial
Alright,
9 points of
I will.
damage.
I will hit it again.
That will hit.
24.
Roll your damage.
50
15 points on that one.
plus 8. And then I will try to
plus an additional 8.
Let's see. Slap it in the face.
Slap to the face of the sculpture is another
Wow.
critical hit. Oh, that's another 14 points
Plus
of
12.
damage.
That's not good
And
either,
another
but
12
that's okay.
points of damage. My
That's okay.
God. Ashland's going crazy on the sculpture. The snake is just drifting back. You can see cracks starting to form all through the statue. Whoa.
Dan!
Damn!
Jesus, Mother of Mercy.
That's like a bunch of gifted subs. Thank you so much, Dan. And he keeps them coming. Holy moly.
27 in total? Oh my god!
Did he just hit 27 gifted subs?
Yeah.
In total, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Thank you, Dan on the moon. And I've got this repetitive "oh yeah" going on in my in my
no.
ears.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Dan on the moon. And he oh man, they're keeping coming.
Oh my God.
They're keeping coming. My goodness.
Goodness gracious,
With
Dan.
every strike, Ashlyn hears "oh yeah" playing in her mind as she.
I don't know why this
continues.
is happening.
But yeah, this sculpture is looking like it's rattled and starting to break apart, Ashlyn. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's it.
That's it. It is Iamrith's turn. I believe she is unstunned at the beginning of her round. Is it the start or the
Beginning
end?
or end? I think it's end.
Is
I
it
think
the
it's the
end?
end.
So she is stunned for this. Oh, and we've got a follow. We've got some more follows coming in.
Aww.
Bobby Boo.
Thank you
Nice.
guys. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it.
I'd just like to point out that to our Twitch chat, I did toss out that we were firing Ilmater, and Zoss said thank you. So Ilmater has been replaced by Dan on the Moon.
Yes.
Yes,
Still
we are now
later.
converting to Danism.
We are now converting
Danism.
to Dan on the
Yep.
Moonism. There's no Elmater in this world anymore. So Iamrith is stunned, and she must make her Constitution Contagion save.
Don't
So,
fail.
if this is a critical failure, it lasts for 7 days. And she makes this with disadvantage. She
Oh,
makes it.
that's-
So that's a second
makes it.
success. So it's 2
Okay.
and 2. So the next save will determine what happens. And also she...
Iamrith saved so hard it scared Diana out of the.
Yeah, she is
Yeah.
scared. Oh, right. Iamrith's turn ends, meaning that at the end of her turn, she is no longer stunned. I don't think she has any other saves that she needs to make, right?
Nope.
Nope. The Wraith.
Okay, is going to chase after the air elemental,
Okay.
and
They're just following each other around.
basically, they're,
Oh,
and it's going to take a swipe at this thing,
with advantage.
and is he considered flanking with Ashlyn?
Yes. Because of Ashlyn's giant form taking up that whole massive space over there.
It's only a 15.
15 does not hit. It doesn't break the armor of the sculptures. It just bounces off the rock. The Wraith just shrugs. Okay. Gosh. She's in rough terrain, right, Christy?
Yes. For every, I'll repost it for you.
Okay. Is it like heavy obscured area, or like can she still like shoot out of it, or?
Line of sight. Depending on where she is in it. For every 1 foot of creature moves through the wall, it must spend 4 feet of movement.
So it's basically just a movement thing. It doesn't really block their line of sight or anything. It's
If I had the wall across, it probably would.
okay.
But because of the way I've wrapped it around her, if she were to look up, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because if it was like a straight across wall, we wouldn't be able to shoot her.
Okay. Cool. We're still getting oh yeahs from all the gifted subs from
Yeah, I
Dan.
was
It's
gonna say
like
maybe we should mute those notifications because we can't really hear each other. I listened on stream.
I don't think I can right now.
Oh no.
I can hear
But
them.
how are you hearing them? You must have Twitch on unmuted.
Well, I
yeah,
muted
I
myself
have
to
Twitch
listen,
muted.
and I couldn't really hear us.
I apologize. This is going over and over in my ears. Oh yeah.
Oh, now
I
now I follow you. You mean the viewers can't
Yeah.
hear us on Twitch?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh.
Okay, now I
Oh, it's
follow.
drowning people out. I apologize, guys.
Oopsie.
It's all right. I will turn the volume down on those too next time. So that way they're not. Hey, wait. We're not.
Like,
Hey,
sorry.
Dan. We're not complaining. We're not complaining.
Yeah.
Don't take that as a
Yeah,
complaint. We
no,
do
No,
we
not
appreciate
at
it.
all.
Dan, we love you.
You know that
We do.
layer?
Just-
Can you just click the like the hide button on that layer in OBS?
I might be
And
able
just
to.
hide that?
I don't. If I hide it,
I don't know if that affects the
I don't know
sound
if it'll
though.
affect the sound, but I might be able to.
No, it'll hide
Oh,
the
what?
image.
Stumpy and Kellen are saying that we sound fine.
Oh really?
Okay.
Oh, you can
Yeah.
hear them? Okay. They said these sound
Okay.
fine to me. Okay.
Okay.
Just a soft oh yeah.
Okay.
Just like a oh yeah.
I just have it on
oh,
my in my ears, so I remember to at least look and respond when people do subscribe or follow. So that's why I have it going on in my head. All right.
Okay, good. Maybe it was
Yeah,
just my phone.
I would
turned
say
it.
she could probably see enough to fire up at you, Callista. So that's what she's gonna do.
Yep.
Because it's still not her turn, so she can't do anything other than these legendary actions that she has. So here comes a
Yep.
static bolt flying up at you and rolls a natural 1.
That's a
Nice.
no.
Oh, roll 20 loves you guys tonight.
I know.
I think
right?
roll 20 loves you. And
Sure
that brings us to
does.
Lachlan.
Oh boy. I think I'm hearing and feeling like the air being disturbed, that like they're attacking something over here. So I'm just gonna give it a go.
Yeah.
I can't see crap, but I'm gonna knock a regular arrow from the quiver of Alona,
Okay.
and I'm going to fire at it.
Okay.
Which I have disadvantage, because I can't see.
A disadvantage yet, because you can't see.
You know, Dan and the Moon take the wheel.
Yes.
Let's
So when you
see.
shoot Diana in the back, it's his fault.
12.
12 deflects off of the sculpture. It doesn't make impact. The arrow
But it's
breaks.
echolocation. I know where it is
You
now.
know?
And I think I get to make a con save to try to see.
Yes, you do.
And a 10. I don't.
You are blind.
And turn.
Enter.
This is the worst.
The sculpture gets to go. And seeing that its biggest threat, if everything surrounding it right now, is Ashlyn,
Yes.
it is going to do the same thing that it did before. It's going to try to constrict attack you.
Oh, my old friend.
And it can also make a bite or tail after it well, it can make a bite attack if it constricts you. So here's the constrict. 27.
Yes, that'll hit.
Okay, so I believe you take some damage. You're going to take 17 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And you're currently grappled and restrained as it's got it wrapped up in its sculpture tail. And then it takes a bite with advantage because you are restrained.
Okay.
25.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And it bites
Oh yeah, that'll just hit.
bites into you for 23 piercing damage. As you can feel its stone fangs dig into your flesh. That ends the sculpture's turn and brings us to Mulfin.
Now,
Hey, thanks for the
I can't
follow.
remember. Was
And Stumpy for the bits.
Hell yeah. We
was I
love you.
blind?
Hey, we've got another follow
Wait,
coming
this-
in too.
Hey, Gothic Curse.
Gothic Curse. Thank you for the follow.
What are you asking, Malton?
And was I blind when the statue came back? I don't think so. I went blind after that, correct?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, let me take a look at something here.
Yeah, so you currently don't know. Well, yeah, you wouldn't know that the statue is there other than you're probably. When you get your out of body experiences, you basically lose concentration on everything. So you might know that it's there.
There's a statue right in
Okay.
front of you, Uncle Muffin.
And I remember Imrith casting something to bring this thing here, right?
No.
No,
Oh,
it
yeah,
was the
at
cult.
the
Yeah.
beginning?
Yeah.
The very beginning.
Iamrith did something to make this thing appear, yes.
Oh.
So Molfin is going to reach out with his arcane sensibility
Okay.
and is going to cast Dispel Magic
Okay.
on the statue.
Okay. Let me look up something very
Attempting to basically stop whatever has brought this thing to life.
Mm.
Okay, so you're going to try to dispel this magic. Let me see something very quickly. Let me consult my notebook. Very quickly, just to see what level is this spell? A third level dispel?
It's a third level, so if it's for a spell of fourth level or higher, I would have to make a ability check.
I just need to check the
And it's the same as the counter spell.
level. Yeah, I'm going to check the spell level here really quick. That's all I need to check. You will have to roll.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. That is an intelligence check. Big money, no whammies.
And Ironrith can't even see you.
Nope, and
Can't.
that's a 9.
It's a
I don't think that's...
9. Unfortunately, you reach out, you try to think of all the arcane knowledge that you have instilled within you, and you try to dispel, but the sculpture remains, Molfin. Unfortunately, your arcane abilities have faltered you for this moment.
And then Molfin is going to... actually, let's... Because I am blind as a bat. I'm going to let fate decide. And I'm going to regret doing this in a... I'm going to regret doing this in a second, but...
Oh, no.
Don't walk in the wrong direction.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and Molfin starts wandering off. 10, 15. It's down about here.
Okay.
Walking
good.
towards Hecaton. Got it.
But it just started moving, wanted to back away, feeling stupid.
Okay. You can make a
And then I make
Constitution
con
save for blindness.
Blindness. And...
Nope. Still blind? Yep. You're still blind.
You just see Molfin is walking around with his, staff out in front, sort of tapping the ground.
Understandable.
Callista, you're up.
So I have a confession to make because I wasn't thinking, but it has happened. I lost concentration on air elemental because the thorns are concentration.
Oh,
so
elemental dissipated.
you have control of. No, it's still here. You have control of it now.
I have control of the air elemental.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Callista.
You're welcome. I'm so glad to have helped.
Wait, is it different because it's from the staff?
No, air elemental is not from the staff.
No, but I know, but the thorns...
I know, but I still have to maintain concentration because it's with the staff. So regardless of whatever spell I have up, I have to maintain concentration. I don't use a spell slot to use that spell, but I use concentration.
You know what? You guys always make things interesting for me.
So, that being said...
You can go ahead and have your turn first, and I'll have mine.
yeah, it's great. So, I'm gonna walk over, seeing that I actually don't even really need to walk over. I can just do it. I reach out with my hand and I cast heal on.
Oh,
Oh,
wow. That is quite a heal. Thank you.
Jeez.
I will pull it up in here in just a minute, guys. I'm just getting an air elemental character sheet
Wow, I
ready.
feel much better. Thank you.
The air elemental currently has 20 hit points.
20 hit points.
Yep.
Okay.
It goes, looks like initiative 19.
It's initiative 19 currently.
Okay. Got it. Okay. All right, I pulled it up. My roll 20 is just being really slow. I apologize.
That's fine. So I wouldn't have had to move. I would stay there.
So you cast heal on Ashlyn?
Ashlyn.
Nice. Yeah, you can feel this surgent of this just natural warmth of the energy that Callista pours into you. You regain your 70 hit points.
Wow. I feel good.
Anything else, Callista?
No, I don't think I can do anything else. Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna hold position across her, King Hecaton.
Okay. King Hecaton seems to be looking over and seeing what you're planning and seeing what you're doing. And he's just like a baseball bat with his great sword.
Yep.
He's just like, come on, fly, fly, you fool. Just waiting. He's just waiting to take a swing. Lair action. You guys are all bundled up over here, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, ain't that gonna suck?
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah. So,
Might you blind me?
yep. I think that's what's gonna happen, guys. Because we gotta make things interesting this encounter. Yep. Lachlan,
Oh no.
Diana,
All of
Ashlyn,
Ashlyn.
Air Elemental, Wraith, Sculpture.
Statue.
All in a cloud of whipping sand as it just emerges and rises up
Damn
like
it,
a
he's gonna be
vortex
blind
around
again.
you.
Oh no! He just got free.
Yeah, go ahead and make the save for him anyway. Even though he's in control of me, you can go ahead and click on it to help me out there, Christy.
Oh, 19. Hey,
He's not blinded.
buddy, you did it.
The
The
Wraith,
sand in my eyes blocks the sand.
the Wraith is blind. Yep, Lachlan, you are. Yeah, you're already blind, right? So you're still blind.
Yeah.
Ashlyn is blind.
Very blind.
Diana, you close your eyes just in time, and you avoid having the sand rush into your eyes. You are not blinded, Diana, as you make the save.
Oh, I'm restrained and blinded.
And that brings us to your turn, Diana.
Fun. Okie dokie. So, I have several options here. I will approach this statue, and I'm gonna take a swing at it with my magic mace.
Oh wait, hold on a second. Let me
Wait,
check.
what?
I forgot to make the roll for the statue. Let me see if the statue can be blinded.
Oh.
It can. Oh,
Yeah.
let me make a save. It's
Come
got
on,
a
fail,
pretty
fail,
good
fail.
constitution.
Teehee.
Let's see what he rolls. He
Ah,
is still
oh
able
my
to
God.
see.
Well, so can I. So that's my swing. 23.
You hit. You hit.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, let go of Ashlyn.
12
Thank you.
bludgeoning damage.
Yes. King, do not.
And you slam into it. A piece of rock tumbles from the side of the sculpture as you slam into it.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd
Yay.
like to do?
As a bonus action, I will cast Healing Word on Ashlyn.
Healing word on Ashlyn is a bonus action. Okay.
Yep.
So
Well-
Diana sends a quick prayer up to Elmater, healing Ashlyn 6 points.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
I feel
You're
great.
bringing Ashlyn
Even though I
back
can't
up.
see and move.
All right.
Trying to get our girl, back in ship shape. So we can throw her at the dragon again.
At the end of her turn, I think she's still not stunned, right? Don't
Which
think
one?
no one hit Ironrith this round.
No one has hit her, no.
No one's hit her, so she's gonna fire up
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
a quick static bolt towards Callista.
Oh no.
21 to hit.
That'll hit, but I'm gonna use my reaction to absorb elements.
What?
So what does that mean? I don't druid, so I don't know what that means.
I came
You
prepared.
take lightning damage. The spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessens the effect on you, storing it for your next melee attack. You have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn. Also, the first time you hit with a melee attack on your turn, the target takes extra 1d6 damage of the triggering type. Oh, so
I have resistance.
as Callista quickly takes her hand and kind of wipes away some of the electrical energy, you can see it zapping through her arms as it rips
That's
through her fingertips. Oh, wow.
So now my Staff of the Woodlands is just crackling in this like blue lightning.
That is super cool. You know what else is super cool? The fact that this air elemental is going to go ape on the Wraith next to it.
We were besties.
No, you're gonna kill my wraith. I'm gonna throw one back at you. Don't you need to make a concentration check for your wall?
Truth.
Sure, I will.
Oh,
Truth.
no.
People have been
Wow.
coming with all all damn night.
That was dirty.
That was very-
10. I make it.
10. You make it. Here comes 2 slam attacks against the Wraith.
If it had been like
2
50,
nat
it would've
ones.
Yeah.
And a 16. Does a 16 hit the
That'll
Wraith?
hit.
10 bludgeoning
Yeah, that'll hit.
damage.
Is it magical damage?
It is not.
No.
Okay.
I gotta roll a d6 to see if he gets his whirlwind. I should have did that first, but let's go ahead and get a d6. A 5 or a 6. And it recharges, so it's gonna
He
move
gets it
over.
back.
No.
And the Wraith needs to make a strength save for us.
Come on.
As
Okay.
this
Yeah,
vortex,
this is not going to go
the
well.
vortex of wind energy. A 0.
No.
Okay, you take 3d8 plus 2 bludgeoning damage. So let's do 3d8 against the Wraith plus 2. So 12 points of bludgeoning damage, but the Wraith cannot be knocked prone.
Nope.
So your Wraith is not
That's
knocked
nice.
prone. So just the damage is all you take.
No, it's resistance.
Yeah, that's it. And that's the end of the Air Elemental's turn, bringing us to Ashlyn.
Okay, I'm blind and I'm restrained again.
Yeah.
This time started the damn fight. Let me see what conditions. Let me see. Okay. So I can still try to make an attack against it, though.
You can, you just have disadvantage.
Okay. This ruins my plans. Alright. Well, not gonna hit.
Natural one's not going to do it.
18?
18 hits.
Nice. 15.
15, and then do your additional giant damage.
10.
25. Additional 10 points. This thing is starting to
then-
crack and crumble.
I am not happy, so I'm gonna spend a Q point to do Flurry of Blows.
Excellent.
Even though I'm at disadvantage, I'm gonna
Do it anyway. You got it.
Hit
Disadvantage.
to head.
12 not gonna hit.
Okay.
You punch it, and you watch it crack a little bit, but it hurt your hand more than it hurt the sculpture.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to elbow it to the head for 21.
A 21 hits. Roll your damage.
10,
10 points.
13.
Ashlyn, how do you want to destroy the sculpture?
Yes! I hate the sculpture so
Nice.
much. I like just start punching it and it lets me go and then I just kick it in the face. I don't know.
Kick
I'm
in the
just
face.
So happy it's dead.
The face explodes into just pebbles, stone, and dust as it crumbles around
Nice.
you, and it's just a pile of rock and rubble. And you hear Harshnag say, "Hey, leave that there. I can throw it."
Okay. Cool.
That ends
That
Ashlyn's
is
turn.
fair.
So you're no longer
Yeah.
restrained, Ashlyn.
Oh, and then I can make a Constitution save.
Yes,
Come
you
on.
can. Con save for blindness. You
Alright,
are no
no,
longer
no.
blind either.
Nice.
This is the best turn ever. That turn when I got healed, and that other turn when I got not blinded,
There-
and that other turn when
there
I
is
rolled on the ground.
there is now
This so
hope
many-
for Ashlyn. There is now
Yes.
hope.
Yeah.
Iamrith's turn
Um,
begins. I think at the beginning of the is it the end of the turn that she makes the save, or the beginning of her turn?
I believe
And-
it's the
It's
end
end.
of the turn.
So she still has her turn. You guys hear,
Oh,
but you
no.
don't see anything emerge
Oh,
from the thorns,
Light the thorns on fire.
and it seems as
Did
if
she move through the thorns at all?
she moved under them.
Okay, so she has to
Ooh.
take damage again.
Okay, she's taking some damage.
If she moves through it, yeah, she takes damage.
Or
Would
she's
the
Sounds
thorns be
good.
underground? Did she do?
Done.
She went.
Well,
No.
she still has to go through it.
Okay, so
Like,
she'll
if-
she'll go through
so-
like the equivalent of what 5 feet would be. So whatever 5 feet of the damage would be. Jesus. Does she get to save
she
against
can-
that, or
Yeah, she gets to save.
Okay.
She gets to save.
What's
So she
Dex,
Or
right?
half. Dex.
Dex, got it. Dexterity save is a 26.
So she takes half.
Half. All right.
You hear the dragon die.
And is now stunned somewhere
Is stunned.
Yeah.
underground
Yeah, basically
where none of us know where it
burrowing
is.
halfway. Yeah, basically that damage would have happened before she got too far. So you're hearing some crumbling, but then you hear it stop.
Oh, but
And
then at the
end of its turn, she makes a saving throw against contagion, and this is it, folks.
Yeah, and she has two fails, and I think what is it, one
Two
success?
saves.
2 saves. So
Oh,
this
Two
is
and
it.
two.
This is the
God.
last one. It's either a save or a go home. I don't know. Here we go. You guys
Legendary
ready?
Resistance. Now's the
No.
She has at least one left that we think.
Yeah. 20.
Oh.
She saves out of it.
I hate her. I hate this.
So the contagion is no longer in effect.
Oh crap!
Oh no.
The contagion is no longer
Wow. I can always cast it again.
there.
Does that mean
Contagion.
she's no longer stunned?
Stumpy's so cheering and
Yeah,
chat.
Stumpy is
So
cheering.
happy.
The boss
So
is still
happy.
the boss still lives, and she is no longer stunned. But that was the end of her turn.
Right.
So it brings us to the Wraith, who is in a whirlwind of air elemental right now.
Screw you and die.
Kill it.
Life
Ooh,
drain.
22.
22 hits. And
20
that's,
points of necrotic
it
damage.
doesn't have any resistance to necrotic, right, Christy? I don't think
Not
it does.
necrotic.
All right, it dissipates and explodes into a burst of air energy. The air elemental has been destroyed.
Then Wraith is going to use its movement to float over 10, 20, 30, 40. So it's actually going to float over here and start floating down towards where the dragon was.
Okay, how much movement did the Wraith have when it got to the above the pit?
So it had about 20 feet left.
Okay, so it's got about 40 feet to get to the bottom. That brings us to Lachlan.
All right. I've got my bow. I'm flinching at every sound, every motion that I can
Oh,
feel, and
no.
I'm just gonna hold my action. If I hear and feel wings flapping out, I'm gonna shoot whatever it is.
Shoot whatever it is flapping out. You got it.
Yep. So now I do my con save to see if I can see yet,
Yes, you can.
and I get a 4.
And you are still blind.
Enter.
Molfin, you're up.
And I basically heard the same thing that everyone did with this thing. Sounds like something's burrowing
Something
again.
scratching at the ground, yeah.
Okay. So
You guys have been epic in chat tonight, man. This has been great.
Yay.
These guys have been cheering. Well, some of them have been cheering you guys on. Some of them have been cheering on your bad guy friends.
No! Blue dragon
So-
must die.
Molfin is going to start basically. Actually, because I did it before, I'm going to do it again and see which way he's going to go. Because, blind, why the hell not? Add some chaos into the mix.
No.
Hey, we need that.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. So he actually ends up moving over towards Lachlan
Lachlan. Yeah.
before taking his staff and repeatedly just sort of banging it onto the ground and. The worms call in, boom! The worms will call out, boom! I just
In your gizzard.
pouncing, just sort of walking in a circle for a couple of moments, and I'm going to hold an action for the moment I see the blue worm.
Okay, so you're waiting for sight for the dragon.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, you can go ahead
And
and
then
make
I
your
make
check
my-
to get out of the blindness.
And pray to God this works, because if not, I may get swallowed.
Yeah!
You are able to see once again, Molfin. You are no
Nice.
longer blind. That brings us. Well, actually, you know what? Since she's no longer stunned, she technically didn't get too far underground because she took damage and then was stunned. So it stopped her movement. So she's gonna turn around and fire off yet another blast towards Callista. Another static bolt coming up towards Ballista. Or Callista? Ballista.
Ballista.
26?
Yes,
24 points of lightning damage. But you are resistant to lightning now, I think.
I am.
So you only take half.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice. And that brings us to you, Callista.
All right. You know what?
What?
Well, she's underneath the thorns right now, looking up.
Yes. Hmm.
Okay, screw it. I'm gonna drop concentration on the wall of thorns and conjure another air elemental
Okay.
and send it down there to her face.
Set it down. Okay, you can pull a token out on top of Iamrith there as another conjured vortex of air energy just erupts from around Iamrith.
Should I roll initiative for him?
You know what? Let's just go ahead and have it go on your turn.
Okay.
That'll save us some time.
All right.
And you can go ahead and have it go.
1, 2.
It is technically prone. So the first one will hit
All right.
for 14 points of bludgeoning damage. Very nice. Okay, anything else?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Just waiting.
That brings us to the top of the next round. I think I skipped a couple rounds because I think we're more than 7 rounds into this by now.
Yeah, I lost count.
I think we're around 8 or 9. Let me see how many we got on this initiative order. I'm trying to look at the clock because I don't want Zos to be late for work.
I think we're on 9 because she did 3 save, and I cast that around 6 or 7.
Yep, I think you're right. I think we're on 9, turn 9.
Yeah, that's good.
Hecaton still saving his attacks.
He's really bad at it.
Yeah, he's kind of at a loss right now. I mean, I guess he could fire.
You and me both, Your Highness.
I guess he could fire down at her.
But I just know that he
But
wants
he
to
would
do
have
it.
disadvantage. He's gonna try. He's gonna fire down at her with a ballista. Has disadvantage. It's gonna miss. The lair action goes off. Diana,
No.
the ceiling begins to crumble in on top of you.
Oh
Oh!
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me. As
I'm not even
this
concerned
flash
about
of
this,
blue
but
light and rock and sand begin to tumble down.
I'm so good at Dex, you guys. Oh.
There you go.
You succeed, and you jump out of the way and do a quick roll as the sand piles up next to you, unaffected. And Diana, you stand up, and it's your turn.
Muffin holds up a 3.
No, Mulvin holds up a 3.
That's not nice.
Okie dokie.
hold
Diana
up 10.
is going to try to get this input value thing out of my way. I don't know what that was from.
Input value.
Yeah. So I'm gonna walk over to the pit, and then who all is in the pit? Is there a wraith and an elemental in
There's
the
a
pit?
wraith moseying his way down there, and there's an air elemental just slamming down on, like, the butt end of a dragon that you can see it's trying to dig its way down into the dirt.
I look over at Molfin, and I'm like, no, I could just like, just throw a little, in there, like. I just want to mess this thing up, but I don't want to mess up your little race in the meantime.
I think you're muted.
Muffin is just staring blankly. It doesn't seem to be responding, just keeps slamming the staff down on the ground.
Okay.
I don't think you're blind anymore.
I'm not. He's he's literally just looking over at her and just not reacting and just keeps banging the staff
nice.
down. Like he's trying to get something's attention underground.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
Diana, I can see this dragon, right?
Oh yeah, you can see it.
If I look down. Okay. I cast Fireball, and I throw it into the pit.
Fireball.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, poor air elemental down there.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
Okay, dexterity saves for the air elemental. The wraith is probably above because it's 40 feet out of range. But Iamrith will have to make a saving throw as well. Dexterity save.
Poor airman.
Air elemental will
Does she have
fail. She is
prone?
prone, but prone doesn't give them disadvantage on this. I checked the status.
No,
it does
just
not
don't
give them
hit half.
disadvantage.
Bleh.
Here it comes. Anytime.
Oh, not one.
25.
Bummer.
So she's
Alright.
only going to take half fireball damage.
15.
Yeah, right. She barely makes it.
She takes 15 points of fire damage. That's good.
Yeah.
Diana, as you're looking down and the
Sorry.
flames dissipate, you can see there's torch marks all over. Her wounds are there's just scars and things. You can see wounds, new wounds everywhere, old wounds,
Okay.
scales ripped off from the side of her flesh. She's looking pretty
Okay.
rough.
That's excellent. I will take. Did I move my full 30 feet to get? I think I might have. Okay, so I'm stuck at the edge. Never mind. I will not go anywhere.
Okay.
End of my turn.
All right. Ashlyn.
Does Ashlyn want to go back down into the pit?
Yeah.
Okay. The answer is yes.
to another swan dive?
Yeah. Cause she's not coming out. We better just go in and just kick her ass. I mean, like
She hasn't
what
been
do you
able to
do?
get out. You guys keep the contagion kept her in there.
Well, what else are we gonna do? Does anyone have a better idea?
I think just about everybody does.
Ashlyn, I think you hear in your mind, do it.
Do
I
it.
know. What would Harshnag do?
Do it.
Harshnag would do
I
this
have a-
totally.
I'm sorry. I have a question. Would my damage be tripled, or is
Yeah.
it non-magical?
No, not for magic.
Oh,
Not for
no,
magic.
Just,
Just
physical.
like your melee attacks.
Okie dokie.
all right. I will give you one chance to get up here, and I will hold my action till I see her. But I'm gonna run around this side of the pit,
Okay.
be flanking.
Okay. She respawns by sending up a static bolt towards you.
Good.
Oh.
You know what? Energize me.
So
Go ahead.
here comes a static bolt towards Ashlyn.
Okay.
A 30.
Yeah,
Seven-
that hurt, but not as much as my
That's-
fist in your face.
As Ashlyn takes 17 points of lightning damage from a
Yeah.
lightning strike that comes up. And then you watch as those of you that can see her, she burrows and disappears into the ground.
Oh, I knew she would do that. Lachlan, why did you stop me?
I was encouraging you.
Never mind.
That's spaghetti.
And as she burrows, and you guys can hear that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
No!
Oh!
As we're at about 11:30,
Michael.
and we're getting to probably about the final stage of this encounter. So I'm gonna save it for episode 100
Oh, I want to kill her so bad.
because
Oh no.
I think epic moments need to happen on even numbers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what a night, guys. What a night.
Oh my gosh.
That makes 0 sense.
What a night.
Ah,
Everybody have fun tonight?
yes.
So
Oh, yeah.
much fun.
So I'm going to put it on the Wraith, so we know that the Wraith is the next to go. And this
Okay.
is actually round number 10, I believe we're on. So this combat actually lasted a minute.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh.
What do you mean lasted a minute? We're still in the middle of it.
Still in it.
Thing ain't dead yet.
It ain't dead yet. You're talking about an ancient dragon who has been here for quite a long time, and probably one of your most difficult tests at this point so far. Definitely by far. So, hey guys, I hope you guys in chat have been having fun because this has been amazing. I like how, like, my players will just bust out this stuff like Contagion that I had no idea was even in their wheelhouse. I'm
Yeah,
I
like,
broke the game.
and Callista's got this stuff now where she can steal lightning energy from people and use it against them. I mean, whew, this is going to change my planning from now on. No, honestly, you guys have been doing great. I'm very, I mean, truthfully, you guys have been doing awesome with this encounter.
No.
So I can't wait to see the exciting conclusion of this battle next week during episode 100 of Storm King's Thunder. Triple digits, guys.
Oh my
Hell
God.
yeah! Oh my god, you guys!
That's crazy. Like,
That's so crazy.
2.5 years of this module of
Jeez.
D&D.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Want to throw some quick shout outs. Thanks again to Dan on the Moon
Thank
tonight.
you, Dan on the moon.
And everybody who's been in chat hanging out with us. I saw there was we had Takeshi Strike has been in chat with us. We've had Stumpy in chat giving some bits. We've had Scythian Nightingale hanging out with us. Who else?
Espion 4790.
Espion 40. Yeah, we've had so many people jumping in, chiming in. Goblin Cave, I believe, has been here.
Dysfemist.
Yep.
Kaplan has been hanging out.
Hey, careful.
And don't forget, when we're thanking Takeshi Strike, who brought their raiding party with
Brought the
them.
raiding
so.
party and,
yeah.
and brought some new
Party.
followers to the stream tonight. So thank you guys so much for becoming part of our family. We're so glad that you're here. And excited that you're getting to share this special moment with us as we are wrapping up this campaign that we started 2.5 years ago streaming. So I hope you guys
know what's funny is that I still feel like the new girl because I wasn't here for the first 16 episodes.
Yeah.
I still feel like the new person.
You've been here since it was episode 17, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's crazy. How
So-
Damn.
Wow.
I still feel like the new person.
Well, hey, we got to vote for a nat 20 for next week.
Oh,
So we're
man,
already
there's
getting
so
votes
many good
in
moves.
chat saying give it to the dragon.
No.
Hell no.
Stop.
Yes!
Cat!
Yes.
Oh, Takeshi Strike wants the dragon as a pet, so they don't want you to kill it.
Chat, but they're doing good. I would say Diana for some clutch healing and like some of that I can't say that word, but that's really
Contagion.
cool.
Contagion.
Yeah, contagion. Laughlin
Takeshi's
had
jumping in with give it to the dragon too.
No.
Yeah. Give the dragon one.
Gothic
The
curse says
saying
dragon.
to the dragon.
Oh, yeah.
We've got 3 chat votes for Iamrith.
Dan on the moon, you are my final hope. You are God now.
Ashlyn for blind monk stuff and revenge. Ashlyn got a
It's gonna
vote.
be aged.
Voting for Diana for contagion nonsense. Oh, that contagion nonsense. Dan on the moon, vote dragon.
No.
Okay. What would a humble and merciful dungeon master do?
And sassy.
And yeah, I got a little bit of sassy.
And
Tonight.
sassy.
I got sassy tonight. Yeah. I apologize for over exaggerated sassiness tonight. I should give myself disadvantage for a roll.
No. Actually, wait. Yes.
since Ashlyn had it last time, I think we're gonna go with Diana this time.
Yay!
So Diana will get in that
Why?
20. I think the dragon has enough tricks up her sleeve yet to come for episode 100.
What?
Get it
So
on.
I'm not trying to die.
you guys have done really well. Like, you guys avoided a lot of damage and a lot of major things so far. So at that point, so we're gonna go ahead and end our episode tonight. And we'll be here next Friday for episode 100. So please tell all of your friends, invite everybody to join in on this nonsense. Join us
Hell
live.
yeah.
Don't forget to follow, subscribe if you want to support us in that way. Don't forget to catch up all of our back episodes. You can catch episode 1 through 99 on YouTube. They're all there. You probably won't be able to catch up for next week, but
Challenge accepted.
challenge accepted. But the episodes are there on our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to us there. We have all of our backlogged episodes are all there, so you can check out all of our streaming content. We have streaming going on every night of the week here at Proficiency Bonus, and we're going to keep the content coming for you guys. into 2020 and beyond. So thank you guys once again for supporting us. Check out our schedule. And until next time, if you're facing face to face with an ancient blue dragon, hey, have some clutch spells in your pocket. And don't forget to add that proficiency bonus. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.
Okay, love you, bye.
Episode 100 next week, guys.
100!
We're so